get older,
Trust
the
me,
IRS, then
I know what I'm
becomes our
doing.
lives. But looking at the mirror, receding hairlines. But I loved horror movies, and this was long before the movie Ed Wood, which I adore, with the brilliant Martin Landau. But I found the movie Plan 9 hilarious as a kid, and Bela Lugosi was in that. But Bela Lugosi's early career, was a wonderful one before he wound up being in the schlock. And I thought about that a lot, and also because some of the people I know in Hollywood are older, they've been the recipient of age prejudice. And age prejudice in Hollywood is really horrible, because Hollywood is the only town where experience is a detriment. And, I was a wonder kid, so I was very young. Like, I had a midlife crisis at age 15. So, I was the perfect age, but a lot of older writers couldn't get work, and I would use them. Don't hate when that happens, when your fangs fall out. And, I just thought it was horrible, so I wrote this episode to say something about it.
You've ruined my shot.
I remember
For the
that
last time, you hear me, old
Bill
man?
Bixby, who directed it, had some
Spielman,
initial problem with it, because Bill's very pro-Hollywood. Hollywood had treated him well. He had a series on every other week, but he got into the spirit of it because he knew what this thing was saying. We got a pretty exemplary guest cast for regular episodic TV. Here's Bernie Capel playing like a horror star. And he said the voice he was doing was like the Pope, in a sense. There is Bud Cort, who never does episodic TV, or if he did very rarely. Who I beloved is Harold and Maude, the star. Harold and Maude wanted to do this. And there's Greta Blackburn, who worked with my late friend Marty Feldman in the movie Yellowbeard. And we got a really strong guest cast above board. I think I even took Adam the Trades thanking him, because everybody wanted to do this script. They agreed with what it said. About Hollywood and about the treatment of actors, but it goes deeper than that in actors. Just the treatment of people that are older in general. They tend to get discarded, or they get held with contempt, and it's really wrong. Bill was very proud of this shot of him walking out of the soundstage into the bright sunlight, just a lost soul. They're going off into Hollywood. Vincent Lagarsky, the horror movie star. And there, of course, is Diane St. Marie as our newscaster. The irony is that when people are around, stars and things like that, they're forgotten. The moment they die, they get all these tributes. And they're all over the news. They should really appreciate people, while they're here. It's strange, because there's this phenomenon going on, like all the old stars are at autograph shows now. I don't know if you've read about this or been to them, but you go there and you pay money, and they sell you their autograph. And
how do you always manage to
there's
say
something kind of
things?
very odd about your childhood heroes making change for you.
Language.
And so it's a strange thing. But, people that have been very, very famous, started movie and TV shows, are basically living lives ignored, or
Those superstitions are
didn't
ludicrous.
save their money and are living in apartments, or even worse,
All
some
right,
of
if
them,
it'll make
on the
you
verge
happy.
of homelessness. And that was the stuff I was dealing with, so forgive me for getting serious, but that was the inspiration behind this episode. And also just the weird fallacy is like, why don't we appreciate people while they were here? I went to a tribute for Boris Karloff, who deserves a tribute, but he was gone, and Vincent Price was at the tribute, and I said, geez, he was speaking. Why aren't we having the tribute to Vincent Price? He's right here. And I met Vincent Price, and he was really a cool guy. I told him how much a couple of his movies scared me, and he said, I'm so glad you like them. So he was... He's an interesting person, but that's how it is. Sometimes you don't realize what you got until it's gone. And that also applies to probably this show, since, as I look at it, I certainly do miss having it. Now, of course, here's this mysterious scene where vengeance happens, where this young director who was callous, dumped the actor, and now look what happens. He meets a untimely, unfortunate end.
Just like I said.
And I like that. That's
every
kind of a
last
cool
drop
shot.
of
Now, you'll
blood's
notice
been
David
drained
says
from the
something
victim's
really
body.
kind of funny
I haven't
there.
seen a man bled this dry since
It's a
the
weird
Decorian
loop line
divorce.
that was litigious. We made a comment to a divorce about a comment about a divorce that was in the headlines, and they threatened to sue
tell
us.
you, I haven't seen anything
So I
like
think
this
on the
in my 12
repeat,
years
on the
as a
rerun, we
coroner.
had to
Seen
reloop
anything
it
like
and make
this
it a
in my 6 years as a
weird
cop.
word that didn't
I
sound
haven't seen anything like this in my 49
stupid,
years
because
as
it
a
was a
man.
car in Back to the
Sledge,
Future.
you're
So why is it we couldn't use
I was
that
a man
term?
9 years
This
before I
quotable
was
line
born.
about I was a man 9 years before we were born was
What's the
quoted a
details
lot
on our
by people.
Mr.
It's a
Rigor
joke that
Mortis
people
here, Norm?
remember,
The
and they'll
deceased was
probably be
one
ripped
Steven
off now that it's
Smillman,
on
a movie
DVD.
director. We
And there's
haven't
my
had any
friend,
luck locating any of his next
Norman
of kin.
Blades, Kurt
That's
Paul
just as
playing
well
that character,
to see a
who
relative
I
come
became
down and
friends
feed
with
that
Anthony
body.
Perkins through him. And that also was a factor in the
Don't
scene,
worry,
the
I'll
life
fix
of
him up. I keep
an
the
actor best
sound
known
down
for
at the
horror
morgue.
movies, and some of the typecasting, that happens to those people. So
Inspector
it's really a
Hammer,
Hollywood episode.
The only interesting thing we
Dealing
found
with all
is the
that
script.
stuff. It gave me a lot to think about.
This must be the movie
Lives
the
in
poor
Hollywood
Joker was
and,
working
and
on
how they
before
don't
he bought
last
it.
long. It's a short shelf life you have when you're an actor or a writer or a director, unless you're lucky.
That's the
or,
movie Vincent Legarsky was working on
if you
when he
are.
died.
So it
Sledge,
was a lot I
I think we
was
should go to
thinking
the
about.
studio that's making this
Bela
movie.
Lugosi and many actors worked for a studio called Monogram Pictures, and so I did sort of a twist, a parody on it, Monogamy Studios. Oddly enough, the network censors that I grappled with a lot applauded me for this because they said, monogamy is your safest bet for entertainment. I just doing kind of a mild joke there. And they said I was being socially responsible and putting a pro message out there. The things they would say to me, I just, when I think back of them, I get a migraine. I want to stick an icicle in my head when I think about the conversations I used to have. We shot the exterior, and also this, obviously, but we shot the exterior at the studio where we were doing the show in the second season in Valencia, which is very near the theme park called Magic Mountain, where they got these kind of crazy roller coasters that scare the hell out of you, like things where the roller coaster goes to a slaughterhouse, and
your director was murdered.
Pickaxes go flying at you, and they
meant to appear
fly
to
through the air screaming, and it's fun. It's a fun park. And if you'll notice there on the wallpaper are little bats.
Do you have any
This is all
idea
our
what
crew
sort
in the
of person would
background.
want a
Bill
drained
staged
young
the scene
director
where
of
the
all his
crew
blood?
all made an appearance. All the entire crew wound up being in the background in this episode. He just made a joke, Bud Cort, about William Morris. Inside joke. If we had done the show for HBO, it would have been all inside jokes because they always play the room. It was an inside joke because the William Morris agency, when I wrote Sledgehammer as a screenplay, when I was about 15, said it was one of the worst scripts ever written. And then, years later, all their agents are pitching their clients to work on it, so that showbiz too. People have feet of clay in their opinions. People have told me that this episode hammered DeRoe's relationship, and this particular scene was like an early X-Files or something like that. And, I think that's interesting. I guess I just created all TV shows in this show. I predated everything. So, but I enjoyed the X-Files. I love David Duchovny. I think that guy is wonderful, isn't he? I miss seeing him on a weekly basis. And there's our crew. There are all these people. It's very wistful to look at this. It makes me. I miss the people when I look at this. And I do miss Bill Bixby a lot too. He was a great guy, great director. He was just wonderful. There's Greta Blackburn, very cool lady. As I said,
Pardon us,
worked
Miss
on
Novak,
Yellowbeard
would you
with
mind?
the
I'm
late Marty Feldman, who was my friend.
please.
If you notice her hairstyle, it was supposed to be reminiscent of
We're not
a kind of a
fans.
comic strip
Tell
character
us
that
about
appeared in
Schmielman.
Playboy.
Stephen?
If you read Playboy.
Yes.
And if you don't
There's
read it,
Stephen.
at home or don't subscribe
a
to it, you probably tear the
genius,
plastic off and look at it. So
great
that's what Greta was
artist,
playing.
and a
Greta is
wonderful human
currently,
being.
besides an actress, is like a fitness instructor. She has
Without
like a
him,
boot camp where she goes and kicks people and makes
I
them run
don't
and lose
know
weight
what
and everything.
I'll
She's got a
do.
fantastic body. I've only seen it, on screen. I haven't,
Actually, Miss
just
Novak,
examined it that way.
I prefer to ask
But
questions on a more
she's in great
investigatory
shape. She is in great shape. This
That's all the statement I care
had a
to give.
joke that we didn't do
Now,
because we tried to do. I
would you
wrote
like
it in
to
the
take
script.
a
You may read the
photograph?
script if we include it on the DVD.
Why would we
That when
want to
she
do that?
leaned her face on
Aren't you?
Hammer's shirt,
Aren't you
I
pressed?
described something like it left like the Shroud of
No, we're
Turin
not
on there
pressed.
because she had heavy
Police
makeup
officers.
on, and
Are
literally
you telling me that I've just
when they tried to do the joke, I saw it in the dailies. They put a Shroud of Turin because I had described it to him. Make it like the Shroud of Turin, like it leaves a face on there. So they put the Shroud of Turin, and they had put Christ's face on Hammer's shirt. And I said, just forget it, too literal. So we didn't do that joke. So, you write these things and people execute them. From the page to execution, sometimes it loses something in the translation, but that's all right. It's hard to play a drunk, and this guy did it really well. I don't know. It seemed very realistic. I don't know if any of you have ever gotten drunk and seen yourself
been
on
spending
film
too much
or
time in
heard yourself. It's
Margaritaville,
kind of
Alfie.
shocking. It happened to me where I had too much to drink and somebody had a camcorder and played it back. And it was really shocking to see because it was shown in court, and
Because you're
that's also
nothing but
made
a
it
stinking
very
drunk
uncomfortable for
spreading
me.
wild rumors.
Here was
Now, why don't you
political
sober up and
joke,
get a job?
mild one, but nevertheless I was doing social comment and
Really? What is that?
about the school board.
Chairman of
But they said it was okay as
school
long as I
board.
didn't name a specific city. But
He's telling the
but he
truth,
did that
Earl.
really well. I remember when I was pulled over once and I
Hey,
did
you.
have too much to drink,
I'm
and the
telling
cop
you,
asked me to
I
do the
saw
alphabet
Vincent
backwards. I said I couldn't do
Legarsky
that
out
if I
in
were
the
sober.
street.
It was
Very
that
hard.
dead
That's
guy,
Myrna
Vincent
Lynn,
Legarsky
a
from the
friend of mine.
movies.
She was
Not another
she wrote
space
to the
cadet.
show and was a fan of it, and I put her
going
on
on?
there. It's easy to see
I'm
why.
taking this
But
report from
no, it was
this,
her agent
civilian
contacted us. That's right. And she wrote
who
me a
claims that
note
she
later.
saw that
She was with the
deceased
Playboy
actor.
model
Vincent
agency because the
Legarsky.
Playboy
That's
had
right.
like
I was
models or
standing
something
on a
like that.
street
But
corner
she
minding my own
she
business, which
was
is my
voted
body,
as
when
some
this guy
poll
came
the
up and
world's most
introduced
perfect
himself
girl.
as Count
She's
Porter.
amazingly intelligent. She would invite me to play chess with her, and I would go out to play chess with her, and she would kick my ass. I mean, in chess. I mean, it was intimidating to me that I could never beat her in chess. She's like a rocket scientist, and she looks great. And she was playing a Lady of the Night. That's, I guess, how it was referred to there. That was tough to get on, because at an 8 o'clock show, and I was showing a hooker.
I know what you're going to say.
Believe it or not, I mean, I was fighting with censors for this stuff. Now they have hookers on Saturday morning cartoons, but at that time it was,
Look,
it
I
was
only
difficult
put
to do.
credence in things that have been
So,
absolutely
and it was actually
proven
funny
to
because thanks to
exist.
Myrna Lynn, I got
don't believe
invited
in
to the Playboy
vampires
Mansion,
and
and I went up there, and they wanted to throw me out.
UFOs,
They said,
the
Mr.
Warren
Hefner is
Report,
uncomfortable with your
they're all
presence.
malarkey.
They didn't believe I was the
Okay, well, I'm
producer of
not
a
afraid to
TV
admit it.
show. They thought I was a geek
Excuse me,
kid, which I
Grace.
was, but they wanted to throw
Sorry,
me
girl.
out because they
I don't
thought
scare
I was,
that
you know,
easily.
snuck in there or something. I wanted to play pinball.
Did
I
you get the
remember,
message?
all the time?
Your ex-wife
But
called.
I made a reference to the
Said last
Warren
month's
Report
alimony check got
in that little
lost.
run
You're gonna
there,
have
and
to
the
send her
network didn't know what that
another one?
was. I swear it. They said, "What's the Warren Report?" And I said, "Warren Oates." Or maybe it's Warren Beatty, but they didn't know what that was a reference to. So, like I said, if you know nothing, you can go far in a network.
It appears the
It was
late
funny
actor
too, because when I was at the
Vincent
Playboy
Legarsky
Mansion, I
is
saw
getting more
a
publicity
producer
in
that I
death
knew, and
than
he wasn't
he
there
did
with
in
his
life.
wife. He was in the grotto.
Numerous city
And I
residents
saw
are
him.
reportedly
And
cited the
when
deceased
you
film
catch
star.
somebody doing something they
Police
shouldn't,
refused
they
to
have a real
comment
high-pitched
and are
voice.
also
Like he saw me and he went,
remaining silent on their
"Hi,
investigation
like,
of the
hi,
bizarre murder
you know,
of
they get
movie
real
director
high-pitched,
Stephen
you know?
Schmillman.
And I just told him I wasn't wearing my glasses.
Our
I couldn't see
station
what was
was
going
showing
on.
several
And,
of
you know,
Vincent
it was
Legarsky's
fine.
old films
There's
starting
Bernie,
tonight.
Here's
a
did those
preview.
photos in the background as a werewolf and dressed up like this. Bernie's great because, you know, he was Siegfried on Get Smart. That's like to me like Hamlet. I mean, that he was on the original Get Smart, and he did this little guest star part and wore all the makeup during the werewolf and mummy, little things just for stills. But he said, I'm an actor, and he's a great character actor. Could do any accent and everything. He's wonderful. But of course, people know him best as Doc from Love Boat. So it's ironic, isn't it? A character actor who, is a man of 1,000 faces, then becomes Doc from Love Boat. So, I mean, I went on a cruise once. And I remember when I met, they have a thing where you meet everybody on the crew, and I said, they said, here's the ship's doctor. And I go, oh, I know what you do, because I've seen Love Boat. And I met the captain. I said, will we see combat, sir? And he didn't laugh. And I got drunk on the cruise. Here's Greta taking this wonderful bath and going to meet a bizarre end. This was a mystery plot that was going on, through this. And this is very inventive direction from Bill Bixby. He really got into this. I really love that about him. He's just really committed to these things. But, he got into the spirit of it, dealing with celebrity and Hollywood and everything. Right now, I mean, in the world, like, there's so many celebrities. You used to have to just have talent to be a celebrity, but now fame and infamy are one and the same. I mean, Mark McGuire gets the same, number of people wanting his autograph as Monica Lewinsky. And
I forgot to
then
ask
again,
where.
they both scored. So, but I think they both wrote books. I guess this is ahead of the curve when I look at this, because this was dealing with the paparazzi and the oppressive paparazzi. I mean, now, you deal with that a lot, but, at this time, this was unusual to be, indicting them. My only experience with them, I went to a funeral of somebody who was a celebrity, and it was bizarre to pull up. You're in your thoughts, you're sad, and you're depressed about the person dying. They pulled up to the chapel, and there are Entertainment Tonight trucks out there, and all these reporters. And when you came out to file out from the funeral, they had like a checklist, like a VIP list. They were looking to get the other stars that were there. So like I walked out and there was a camera and, oh, he's nobody. No, and they were rushing over to get to the famous people that were at this funeral. And so that was my thinking, behind this, because you live a high-profile life, and it means you also have a high-profile death, and it's a very strange thing, to be famous. But now everyone's famous. They have like the show American Idol that's just spewing out fame. Somebody's getting famous every other week. There are too many American Idols. There's just a whole records, section of the record store. Like the CDs are all American Idol. There are too many people getting their 15 CDs of fame, going on there. But so I was thinking about that, definitely a lot. They are vultures, man. They really are. Condoning the occult was kind of a riff on the Thriller video that was popular then, saying I can't condone belief in the occult, which I found funny. And, I guess this is have a bit of an X-Files feel, but it is a mystery, going on. This next scene, I wrote one thing, which is Hammer,
You're the only person who
bringing
can
a
issue the
coffin
order
into
to dig him up.
the station. And Bill Bixby and David Rossi turned it into something so much more.
Vampire mumbo jumbo.
And, I'm so
say a
grateful
word
that
to
they
anyone,
did. That's what I mean about Bill was just very inventive, very committed director, and he'd really get into things. He'd call you every night or call you on the weekend excited about the footage he shot. He was just the dearest man in the world. And but David Rossi, one of his finest hours. Don't you enjoy the subtlety of that? But the setup, obviously, as Trunk says, keep it discreet. But they made much more of this than what I wrote, and I'm grateful for it. I mean, it's just wonderful. And, there are less extras in the precinct, but the way Bill Bixby shoots it with these wide angles and everything like that, you'll never know it. Actually, I was able to... The only reason I got through the second season is because of Bill Bixby. He was very helpful to me because he was sane and he was respected, and so he could help me fight for things and get them, against the studio, because he was doing Incredible Hulk movies for them.
Let's get this
they were
damn
doing
thing
Trial
over
of the
with.
Incredible Hulk and Lunch with the Incredible Hulk.
Something that's going to make us
Incredible
all
Hulk
feel a
meets
lot
Abbott
better.
Costello or something like that. They kept revising them. They needed him to do those, and so he had a long-term relationship with them, and so he was very, very helpful. He was very, very helpful to me. And
This Legorsky
as I
guy
look at this
survived by a
episode,
daughter,
I just
right?
miss him all the more.
Yes, apparently
I really
she'd
do.
been living with him.
But
Well, if Legorsky's
drawing
daughter
a lot
was to
from
survive, she better be able to answer
classic
some
Universal
questions.
horror movies. I'm aficionado on those, and this next scene, was obviously
I'm telling you the truth. My
immersed
father's
in
body
that.
was cremated.
Because of digital
Burying that empty
technology,
coffin was merely a
and the
formality
sound
for
is so
release
much
date.
better on this. You'll
So
probably
you're
hear
telling
the
us your
lightning
father's
machines
positively dead?
clicking
I
a
should
little
hope
bit.
so.
And that's kind of the charm
Last
of it.
week I
That is
spread
Deborah
his
Wakeham,
ashes all
one of
over
my
the
favorite
605
actresses.
freeway.
I was pretty obsessed with Deborah
keeping
Wakeham.
with his
It's
last
easy
request?
to see why. She's
No,
just
I was
awesome.
driving
She looks
across
gorgeous.
the
She's a great
South
actress, a really cool lady. And she's from
Follow
Canada,
me. Let
which
me share
just like the best bottled water, But I wrote this part specifically for her, and she did it and did a great accent. Just looked gorgeous. Because I didn't want it to be like an Elvira. I wanted it to I love Elvira, by the way, but I wanted it to be like a real person you hadn't seen before. Even though it was campy, I wanted it to be a character that you would listen to, and not be played as kitsch, totally. The music in the background is a classical piece that I think it was Lance Rubin, the composer. I was telling him actually the music to use.
This
It's
room
either
is
Bach or
testimony
Beethoven.
to my father's genius.
But it was music used in an old
Everything you
1930s
need to know
The Black
about
Cat,
him
Universal movie
is
with
in
Karloff
this
and
room.
Lugosi.
Well,
And this
not
speech was very important to me. It was saying things that I
everything,
felt
Miss
about
Legorsky.
Hollywood, and
Tell me
was
why
the
your
point of the
father's
episode. I love the
director
art
and
direction.
co-star are
If you
dead.
see some of
And
the
tell me why
posters in the
every schmo
background
in
representing
town
the horror
has
film
seen the
star's
old
career, it's
man roaming the
things
streets
like
like
Kramer
some sort of
versus
boogeyman.
Vampire
Tell
and
me
The
that,
Color of
Miss
Mummy.
Legorsky.
If you
I
can see
have
those
no
titles
idea of what you are
doing little
talking
riffs, and I
about.
think there's an award there in the background that's from like the Count Dracula Society. It looks like Forrest Ackerman's living room, who is
Ms.
the
Legarsky,
Famous
under what
Monsters
exact
magazines, has all the
circumstances
props
did
of
your
horror
father
movies.
pass
Like,
away?
has all this horror in
watching
his living room.
television.
I have it too, but it's called
And
my
he
junk.
just quietly went to sleep.
But I was told to stop making jokes on Mr. Belvedere because I was always taking riffs on
hope
that
he
show
wasn't
I hate on
watching Mr.
ABC. I took
Belvedere.
the final one on
I
this. I only
think the
did
old
one in the
fellow
season,
went
but I
out
made sure it was
suffering.
cataclysmic, this
Oh,
joke
but
right
how my
there.
father did
Basically saying a
suffer.
guy died watching
He
Mr.
was
Belvedere
dealt
and he
the
went out
cruelest
suffering.
punishment
And I encountered one of the producers of Mr. Belvedere in a
forgotten.
restaurant after this aired, and it was a dramatic scene. He confronted me. He came up to the
Youngsters
table,
masquerading as
and he sounded like
artists
Charlton
making
Heston in
you
one of those
old
movies, like The Planet
and
Apes. He said,
worthless.
literally said, "You bastard." He said it like that. He said, "You bastard."
Congratulations.
I mean, it was a tense scene.
That little
I mean, it
acceptance
was,
speech for
you know,
best
and I stood up to him and I say,
supporting
"It's all
psycho
just a
just
joke." And he goes,
revealed
"You
the
just
motive,
wouldn't stop. What's
girl.
wrong with you?" And I don't know. That's why I've gone out of my way to
Jump to
slap Mr.
conclusions?
Belvedere about
Oh,
80 times in this disc in the commentary. I'm going to say it again right now. Mr. Belvedere, it sucks.
Vincent Legarsky,
It's not out on DVD
back among
yet.
the living, I
And
see.
it won't come out.
comes as no
I predict it
surprise to
won't
me.
come out because if it comes out, it won't
I'd
sell.
already suspected you
Except
were
I'd
alive.
buy them all and I'd burn
When
them
did you
and create
first
heat.
suspect?
Just the show
when you
is
said I had
horrible.
my daughter,
It's
that's-
just the worst show ever
Whatever
done.
your
Now it's
welcome,
according to
sir.
Jim, but
I admit to my little
it's not as
hoax,
much fun to bash
but I
that one.
certainly didn't intend
But
for my beloved
I never forgot that
daughter
you
to be
bastard.
incarcerated
Saying that in a restaurant. I was on a
because of it.
date too. She didn't know
did
what
you
was going
intend?
on. Thought it was a
Why isn't it
process server.
obvious?
Yeah,
I
it was kind of
wanted to
bizarre to
enjoy the
explain. She said, "What's that
accolades
about?" And I said, "It's the producer,
tributes
Mr.
you can only
Belvedere."
die
So
to receive.
angry at me.
To further
But I love this
perpetuate
speech that
my
Bernie
legend,
gives.
I
And
shocked this city with my
the
nocturnal
reactions
appearances,
to it. He really gets like
culminating
cranked up.
in what's
They
to be
put a
the
thunderclap
greatest
in there. We had to cut
comeback
away
of
from him a
all
little bit.
time.
We should have probably
Yes.
stayed on a little bit more. But I love when he goes,
My
"Yes."
return
Because he kind of does a Jewish riff after it.
from the
He works up all this
grave.
dramatic crescendo, and this is a Jewish riff. Where
Does
he goes,
that
you know,
answer
does that
your
answer your
question?
question? I'm good with Jewish riffs, by the way,
Doesn't
because I
answer
told you my
mine.
last name is Spencer, but
Why
I'm
did you
half
kill
Jewish.
Schmielman and Novak?
I am.
I
Half Jewish, half
haven't
Catholic.
killed
One parent
anyone.
each. I was
What are you
raised
talking
in,
about? You
though
already made
Jewish. I chose
yourself
Jewish
dead.
because I was raised in the guilt
Come
of
on.
my choice.
You're
So
both
that's
under
how I was.
arrest.
That's how I was raised. I love these reactions. Watch
now,
Deborah
how
wake
did
up.
you drain
I was
all
looking
that
for
blood out of
excuses to
those
bring
bodies? Did
Deborah
you bite
back.
him in
She's
the
in
neck?
another
I have
episode
no
called
idea
Marvel
what you're
Dearest.
talking about.
Everybody,
I
it was
know,
like
it
a
was the
running
daughter,
joke
right?
because I was looking
She's
for
got
ways to bring
fangs
Deborah
from a
back to the
bungled
show. Like if there's a
orthodontic
garbage
procedure.
man
Am I
in
right?
overalls, hey, Deborah would be good for that.
Well,
You know, I was
I'll
kind
figure it
of
out
doing a
soon.
reach there, but I'm going to call her when it's done. We're friends. She's like she's a great person. I miss her. I saying that a lot, aren't I? I'm
Duro,
praising
stop
everybody.
being such a
They're
worrywart.
great. They're great. Because if
That
I don't, I
nutty
could
actor
get
and his
sued.
daughter are
So I'm
in
just saying
custody. The
everyone's
case
great.
is closed,
Mr.
all
Belvedere
right?
is fictitious, so I
Now
could
try
say
to
he
get some
stinks.
sleep.
So that's fine. And, you know, here we are for the denouement of the mystery. And, you know, people complimented me, and some of the reviewers on the plot for this episode held together better than episodes of Monk I've seen. Saw an episode of Monk where jurors were walking through a house of somebody that was on trial, and one of them saw a body hidden somewhere. You know, it was, and then blackmailed the guy. I said, "What?" I don't know. I'm always amazed at all these shows, Murder, She Wrote, and things like that. That older viewers
What is
diagnose
this,
as murder.
Halloween?
They
You
said
look
older
ridiculous.
viewers love Murder, She
Shut
Wrote.
up.
I would have thought they'd like to watch a
I
show
heard
about
on the
eternal
news
life.
Lugoski's death
I mean,
was
if you're
a
old,
fraud.
why do I want to watch murder
A dead
and
man
like death
can't
or
prove
something
his
like that?
innocence.
I just could never figure
alive
out
one
why
can.
there would be an
You
appeal
killed
for
Schmielman
that
and Novak, you
that
little
show.
geek.
But
Why?
Jealousy.
Bud Court is
Stephen
just
and
such a
Jessica
thrill
were
to have
lovers.
Harold from
I
Harold and
desired
Maude
her,
like
but all she
doing the
did was
words.
mock me.
He altered
Tried to
it
make me feel
a little
unworthy,
bit. I think you'll see it in the
unattractive.
original script.
Well, you are.
He was put down more, and they altered it a little bit
Technically,
because
the film was
Bud
finished
Court.
when
We
I
didn't want to
killed
totally
Stephen.
put him down. I think we said he was
doing so the
ugly
day
and
before the
unattractive,
official
or
completion.
I think he said unworthy and
Meant you could
unattractive,
collect on the insurance.
which is fine
Nice.
because it's Bud Court.
But why did you kill Jessica?
Really
Because
happy
she
that he
continued
did
to
this. It was
reject
such
you,
a
right?
coup. People
Yeah,
couldn't
that
believe
was
he
one
did
of the
it.
reasons.
But he
The other
liked
was
the
for
script. He liked what it
publicity.
had to say.
This film's going to make a million by
And
the time
you know
it's
the mystery
released.
holds together here,
But
and
without a dead Lugoski
pretty
as my
well.
scapegoat.
I don't know if you guessed that he was
I got
behind
him
all
sure
of this.
I don't
Maybe you
get
did
caught.
because he was the guest star. Maybe
Yeah.
because all the other characters died and he's the only one left from the guest star. Unless it was the drunk. Unless it was like the drunk
Hey,
at the
take a
counter.
hike,
I think he's the
will
only
you?
one that could have
I'll
done
arrest
it.
you,
Or one of the
manana.
other reoccurring characters could
Right
have been
now I feel
DeRoe,
kinda
but it would have been
drained.
difficult for her to come back if
An
she had murdered
appropriate choice
somebody.
of words, Mr.
You know, it'd be very, very hard to, get past that. This episode's popular, too, in England, where the show was popular. Maybe it's because it's dealing with people that are literate, I suppose. But that was a little mechanical bat on batteries. Look kind of, I don't want to say look kind of real, but look kind of cool, we shall say. But Bill made a lot out of this scene, which is kind of creepy. Hammer getting the blood drained out of him, you know, and... that little statue you saw in the background fleetingly on there at the counter is John Wayne. It is John Wayne. Yes, Hammer does have John Wayne memorabilia in his apartment. But I just love Bill would go for things. If he wrote something like, you know, the bat sits in his neck, he would make it the most dramatic thing possible and really go for it. Maybe it's the Hulk experience. Maybe it's from that saying, "Don't make me angry." But I loved how he did that. And also I love his little squeak when the bat is shot. That just makes it perfect. And believe it or not, this is a network note. Don't kill the bat. It's cruelty to animals because they get
Now look what
complaints. Do
you've
not
done.
kill the bat. So
Calm
we didn't.
down.
So we
I
just
only
winged
winged
him.
him.
And that played into things just fine. So bizarre. And then it winds up being better, and he goes, and Bud, you know, gets to, listen to it, and then you get to show that. I had to show it's still alive, so that's what we did. So we showed it, hooked up the IV so that people wouldn't get upset that Hammer didn't shoot a bat. Can you believe this stuff? And yet they have commercials for exterminated. You know, nobody's sparing mice or, you know, the Roach Motel.
Careful
I mean, they
excuse for
don't
a
check
human
out.
being.
They're proud of that. But
Sledge, this whole affair
whatever,
has
they're
been just
sponsors, so they rule the day. We do whatever they
Probably
want.
turned out to be a terrific movie,
But
though. It's funny,
the
the only
ending of
person
this
that turned
episode,
out not to be a monster
I wanted
was
to
the old
dedicate
man
to
who
Bela
was playing
Lugosi.
one.
Vincent
And,
Lugosi.
you know, Bela Lugosi's son is an
Everything will
attorney.
happen
If
to
you
him.
look in the phone book, it says Bela
The
Lugosi
same thing
attorney.
that
It's not a
happens to any
joke. I mean,
old-time
he's a
movie
really
star,
good
yes.
attorney, too. He fought
What's
for the
that?
rights of likenesses
live
of old stars that the families could
forever.
get revenue from that. And protect those images. But they wouldn't let me do a tribute. They said network standards policy is you can't do a tribute. You can't do a tribute. So I figured out a way. They said, since I couldn't do Bela Lugosi, I just put a name in memory of Mr. Blasco. Nobody knew what it meant. The network didn't know, and I wouldn't tell them. I said, hey, it's fictitious, maybe. But horror fans knew. Even the cast didn't know. Who's Mr. Blasco? Bela Lugosi's real name is Bela Blasco. So I figured a way around it. I could always trick the network. I wound up getting the tribute to Bela Lugosi in a better way, too, because it was his real name. So, I fooled them. So, I'm very fond of that episode. I love the movie Ed Wood. So I'm glad I got to pay tribute to Bela Lugosi and some of the older stars of Hollywood. And you know what? Treat the elderly well, because you're going to be one day, okay?
Where are you?
I'm in here, Milo. Oh, where's your wife tonight?
Well, the old ball and chain is out playing a couple of hands of pinochle. Here you are, darling.
Oh, Milo, darling.
Put it on.
But there's nothing in it.
I know. Put it on.
Oh.
When you come back, you'll be the hotel guest who just stepped out of the shower. And I'll be the naughty little bellboy.
Oh. Okay. Bye.
Oh, dang satin sheets.
Milo, I'm. Oh! Oh! Oh, yuck.
Hey, Inspector. Detective.
Enough salutations, Mayjoy. What happened?
Yeah, the dead guy is Milo Tyup, big-time toy tycoon. Comes home from a hard day of work, and this remote-controlled tank rolls in and blows him away.
You're telling me this guy was shot with a toy tank? How depressing.
Death always is, Sledge.
No, I'm depressed that they didn't have toys like this when I was a kid.
It's funny. It was made by his own toy company.
Who is she, Major?
Name's Felicia Gilmore. Claims they were alone together. That she came in and found them dead. Well built, eh, Inspector?
Yeah, look at that turret.
Sledge. He's talking about that woman over there.
I knew that.
Let's question her. Ms. Gilmore, I'm Detective Giroux. This is Inspector Hammer. What was your relationship with the deceased?
I was his, how should I say? Milo and I were, I was his...
Mistress.
Is it that obvious?
It is from these snapshots, sister. All right, how long were you Tyup's illicit love slave?
Sledge, don't be so judgmental.
Hey, I got no time for immorality, Duro. She was living in sin with a married man.
No, he didn't live here. He just paid the rent.
It's still disgusting.
What can you tell us about Tyup?
He was a simple multimillionaire. I mean, the only thing he loved more than his toys was me.
Why? Because you didn't run on batteries?
Sledge, please, would you try and be a little more sensitive?
Okay. All right, Tramp, why'd you kill him?
I didn't do it. Why would I kill Milo?
It beats me. You tell me, then I'll know.
Milo took care of me. He was a great catch. But the only problem was he had a wife.
Yeah, and he wouldn't get rid of her. So you got him to bring you a toy tank to play with, and instead you killed him with it. A perfect crime of passion.
What on earth are you talking about?
Isn't that it?
No.
Was any of it even close?
No.
How about the tank? Now, there was a tank involved.
Yeah.
Sledge, there's a doggy door here that tank would fit through. Look at these tracks on the carpet. You know, I think that tank came from outside.
These dang degenerate satin sheets.
How come you're not the inspector?
I don't know.
So, did this big toy maggot have any enemies? I mean, other than his wife?
Enemies? No. He was a gentleman who, through his toys, brought joy and laughter to millions.
In other words, everybody hated him.
You know, Sledge, I think there's a lot more to this case. Let's go fill in trunk and then question Mrs. Tyup.
I think you're right. Let's go. And you? Don't leave town.
Well, who's gonna pay for it? I'm just the ex-mistress of a very influential man. What am I gonna do now?
Do what every woman in your position does.
What's that?
Pose for Playboy. Take care. Oh. Forgot I still had one of those left.
Rest assured, Mrs. Tie-Up, we have two of our best officers on the case.
Guess what, Captain? Milo Tie-Up, the toy tycoon, was just off by one of his own toys in his mistress's bedroom.
Not right now, Hammer.
This won't take long, sir. It's pretty cut and dried. You see, Tie-Up was keeping this woman, a real adult toy, and I have pictures. Here, sir, look at this. This is disgusting. This is even more disgusting. And this is not so much disgusting as surprising. And this is just unnecessary. He didn't have to take that picture.
Sledge!
I'm almost done here. Now, the way I figure it, the reason that the old man kept this floozy on the side was because his wife was a real bow wow. I mean, a doggy.
Hammer.
You know, sir, the kind of whining and the nagging, kind of mousy type. Anyway, so she finds out about the bimbo, and kaboom! She blows up the husband.
I did not kill my husband.
Good for you, lady. Who is she?
Hammer, this is Mrs. Inez Tie-Up, Milo Tie-Up's wife.
Good work, Captain. You're under arrest, lady.
Hey, get your hands off me, you thug.
What? Mrs. Tie-Up, I apologize for Sledgehammer's callous and crude behavior, and also for your husband's indiscretions.
It's all right, Captain. I'm relieved. I thought Milo just didn't like sex.
He didn't with her.
Mrs. Tie-Up, were you aware of your husband's philandering?
No, but I should have been suspicious when he said he was thinking of adopting a 28-year-old girl. God, how I hated that man.
Well, why didn't you divorce him?
That tightwad made me sign a prenuptial agreement. I would have gotten zip.
All the more reason to kill him. With him dead, you'd get everything.
You know, I never thought of that. I could just kick myself.
Where were you last night?
Be careful. I couldn't miss my nail appointment. They charge you regardless.
Very nice. Mrs. Tie-Up, you claim you didn't kill your husband. You have any idea who might want to?
Oh, it would take you hours to interview all the suspects. He treated everyone poorly. Oh, the other day I overheard him having a huge fight with Harold Bell, his chief inventor.
Harold Bell, Captain, we should go talk to Harold Bell.
Right, get on it.
Now listen. I didn't mean to suggest that Harold could do such a thing.
Yeah, we'll decide that. You know something, lady? Your husband is a lucky man.
He's dead.
That's what I mean.
Hammer, get moving now.
Yes, sir. Right away, Mr. Bell. Okay, Mr. Bell, we'll see you now. If you'll just wear these.
Hey, I don't need no sticking badges. Where's Mr. Bell's office?
He's in Building G, room 1218. But we provide your transportation.
Here it is, Sledge. Mr. Bell?
Quiet, please. I'm working.
Afraid this Bell is a ding-dong.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm designing a new line of unisex household appliances that work for boys as well as girls.
Look at this, Earl. A toy toaster.
Oh, that's a real toaster! I live here. Oh, wait a minute. Would you like a glass of fresh carrot juice?
No, thank you. We're here to ask you some questions.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to show you something else. Here she is. Watch this. Hi, baby. Hey, baby. Me. Oh, see? It's a crying Tammy doll. She's born again for Christmas.
Oh, come on, Bell. I'm tired of being toyed with. Let's cut to the chase. Milo Tie-Up has been murdered.
Oh?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Well, and you interrupted my work to tell me that?
Mr. Bell, did you design this tank?
Oh, of course. Yeah. I design everything for tie-up toys. Why?
As this tiny toy tank took tie-ups. What's another T word? Tife!
True. I designed it, but it doesn't have any capability to kill. If I thought it did, I would have used it on Mr. Tie-Up a long time ago.
So you admit you hated tie-up?
Sure I do. Yeah, I did. Sure. I detested working for him. He was always so cheap. And he never gave me the credit I deserved. I'm the genius behind this whole company, not him.
So why didn't you just be a man and quit?
I tried to. I got this fantastic offer from the Goldfunger Company. That slimy old Mr. Tie-Up wouldn't let me out of my contract. I still wouldn't have killed him, though.
Where were you last night, Mr. Bell?
I was right here. Yeah, I was here, designing these gag toys for Halloween. See? Trick or treat.
Hey! That's pretty good. Hey, watch out. Whoa!
How many times do I have to tell you I live here?
Listen, pal. He who lives by the toy dies by the toy.
Goodbye.
Well, Sledge, we've got 3 suspects, 3 motives, and 3 flimsy alibis. What do we do now?
Walk back.
Hello?
Sorry, sweetie, I won't be able to see you tonight.
Oh, why not?
Because you'll be dead.
When you get those back from the police lab, send them to me at the precinct right away, all right?
I'm not a cop photographer. I'm her neighbor. I always wanted a shot of her.
You sick sicko.
What a way to die.
Well, she got what she deserves, Aro. Inez Tie-Up got her revenge by torpedoing that trollop.
Here's the murder weapon!
Sledge, turn it over. See if Tie-Up's name's underneath.
Yep, there's Milo Tie-Up's smiling mug.
I think we should have another chat with Harold Bell before we talk to Inez Tie-Up.
I think you're right. Let's go.
Oh, detectives, hi. I didn't expect... what do you... I was about to have a bite to eat.
Yeah, we'll bite on this.
Huh?
Does the name Felicia Gilmore ring a bell? Bell?
Felicia Gilmore?
Yeah.
Felicia Gilmore! No, I've never heard that name before. Why do you ask?
She was sunk by one of your toy submarines.
This is really turning out to be an awful day. Well, you know, I mean, look, I'd have to be pretty stupid to modify 2 of my own designs. I'd be the first one you'd suspect.
I didn't, she did. No, he's got a point.
Okay, Harold. You can look, but you can't touch. You'll wrinkle the silk. It's not what you think.
If it's not what I think, why are you wearing that little black thing?
I'm in mourning.
Oh, brother.
Really? I just came over to congratulate Harold. The board has made him the new chairman.
Couldn't she have just left a little something extra in his paycheck?
You're not fooling anyone, Mrs. Tie-Up. You're the board. You made your lover chairman.
Who?
Bell, Sledge.
Your morals stink out loud.
How dare you say that It's the woman I love.
Darling, love? I need a barf bag.
Well, now that you know about us, I can tell you the truth. Inez and I were together last night when Mr. Tie-Up was murdered. She didn't let me try anything. She's a real tease. But we were together.
Guess they got their alibi, Sledge.
Yeah, and he's right. He'd have to be an idiot to kill 2 people with toys he designed. Either that or a civil libertarian.
Why would he want to kill Felicia?
Looks like we're out of suspects. I hate that. We're also starting to sound like murder, she wrote.
Someone else has got to be involved here. I think Felicia's the key.
I think you're right. Let's go. All right, you 2 love buckets, you're off the hook. But do me a favor. Don't breed.
Don't pay any attention, darling.
So cruel.
Well, nothing here but the stench of a tawdry love affair. Whatever happened to morality, Duro?
I don't know.
By the way, I'm very proud of you.
Why?
For illegally breaking into Felicia's apartment without a search warrant. You're gonna make a good cop yet.
Gee, thanks, Sledge.
Look at this. I guess if you're on the force long enough, you see all kinds of gruesome things.
It's lingerie, Sledge.
Yeah.
Didn't your wife ever wear sexy things for you?
Well, I must admit, one time she put on my bulletproof vest. Now, that turned me on like nobody's business.
You know, Sledge, I find it odd that those would be the only clothes that she owned.
But you see, she was a kept woman. These are uniforms, Duro.
Look at this. I love you forever, Claude Goldfunger. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know. I'm thinking of invading Afghanistan by myself. What are you thinking?
No. Harold Bell mentioned Goldfunger. He's Tie-Up's competitor. Now, if anyone would want to make those toys lethal, it would be him.
I think you're right. Let's go.
Yep, this is it. Mr. Goldfunger?
I thought you said this clown was expecting us.
I was expecting you. So, tell me, what brings you to my magic kingdom?
Whoa, I think this guy's spring is wound a little too tight.
We're detectives.
Oh, you're probably here about the murder of Milo Tie-Up.
That's right. What do you know about it?
Everything. I did it. I punished Felicia, too.
Punished? What are you talking about, you weirdo?
Felicia was a bad girl. I thought she was my girlfriend. And then I found out she was Milo Tie-Up's girlfriend, too.
So that's why you killed her?
Of course not, dumbbell. She was double-dealing us. She gave Tie-Up the plans to my top-secret project. And that was her fatal boo-boo. So I had to kill them both.
A little extreme, don't you think?
Hey, the toy business isn't kid stuff.
Well, I'm taking you in. You ought to know women can't keep secrets.
I'm not going anywhere. But you are.
Can you believe this? He's holding us off with a toy gun.
This is my top-secret project. It will revolutionize the world of toys. A child's toy gun that's real.
He's gone!
There's an escape hatch. He's probably somewhere in the factory.
Come on, let's go.
Did you see that? A toy gun that shoots real bullets? You want a pet?
Sledge? You think the Defense Department knows about this guy?
If they did, the world would be a safe place. Go that way.
Inspector?
Rabbits to the kill!
See, DeRoe, it's just like they always say. You give them all the toys in the world, and they wind up playing in a cardboard box.
Doro, it is unbelievable that a successful businessman like Claude Goldfinger could be so maniacal.
Well, apparently toys are his life, and toys got him life.
Look what Harold Bell just sent me. A sledgehammer doll. You see the similarity?
It's cute. Can I see it?
Okay, but give it back.
It's really offensive. The guy did an accurate job.
I guess they haven't got all the bugs out of it yet. It malfunctioned.
No, it didn't.
Can I see that?
Trust
she'll
me.
Put sentences
I know
together.
what I'm doing.
There's a gunshot. So, Anne-Marie, you looked at this episode. This is an episode where people really loved your performance in it.
Yeah. They loved it.
I guess they.
You said they loved it, so I guess they loved it.
I know, and it guest starred Adam Ant. Did you like Adam?
I really liked Adam.
Why? Why did you like Adam?
Because he had sort of a receding hairline. I like it.
You like that in a man. You like receding hairlines. All right. Well, right now, millions of men shaving their heads as we speak.
All right.
Also, I think David Rashi didn't know who Adam Ant
No,
was.
thanks, Sledge. I don't really
from what
feel
I
like
remember.
numbers.
Do you remember?
Come on, I
anything
won't
like
even
that?
use my gun.
Yeah. I don't think he hadn't
So,
heard his
what,
music, and I thought,
wanna
oh
go
my
bowling?
God, how did you get this
How about
pop
some pool?
star? You know.
Yeah.
It was
a
We're
coup
partners.
to get him.
Coup.
And we're supposed to
Yeah,
act like
that's
buddies.
a good word. Coup.
Now, the only way I know how to act like
Get him.
buddies is to go bowling.
But David's kind of
play
like the
pool,
character. Like
or
Hammer
arm
is not into rock
or
and
shoot
roll, so he had
guns.
no
You wanna
idea
shoot
who
guns?
Adam Ant was.
He
so-
didn't, did he?
Yeah, no, he didn't.
You don't want to
No.
shoot guns?
Yeah.
I remember he said something to me like he thought it was a
Women.
cartoon character name. He saw
live
it,
with him.
Adam Ant, and I
Can't
said,
live
but
with him.
That's funny. He didn't know that.
yeah, he didn't.
Oh, Hammer, Doro.
Of
This
course,
is
that's the
Lionel
name.
Dashman.
Bill Bixby, an important
The Lionel
director on the
Dashman?
second season of Sledgehammer,
Please.
somebody that I really loved. I know Anne-Marie
Just
did
call me
too.
Dash.
Oh,
Call
yeah.
me
We
Dory.
miss him.
Call me irresponsible.
You look
Mr.
beautiful there.
Dashman is a special operative
Bad
from
hair.
Interpol.
Why
well,
do you
that's
have
one
bad
of those
hair? Why do you
countries
feel
in
bad
Europe,
hair?
isn't it?
You know,
Sledge.
you should have
Dash
stopped me
is the
with that
top
hair. Look at
anti-terrorist
that.
in
Look
the
at
world.
those bangs.
What's
I'm
wrong
well
with the
acquainted
bangs?
with your exploits due to my own anti-terrorist
It's too much
investigation.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it was
Well,
the 80s.
Captain, what are
Yeah.
we doing here besides talking
I
about
mean,
what
I
a
wanted
great
you to
guy
look like
Dish is?
Pebbles from the
Dash.
Flintstones.
I
so
did.
we succeeded in
You
it.
succeeded.
Yeah, Adam Ant doesn't have receding hair.
No, I'm
That's-
kidding.
No,
No,
only
he
as
was cute.
He's wearing a Bruce Willis.
Pelican?
But, yeah, he
Shut
was
up,
cute.
Hammer.
But you got along with him, right? He was
Pelican.
very polite, wasn't he?
Very polite guy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is a good episode for you, Anne-Marie.
My contacts have
because
informed
you
me
actually
that
had
the
dialogue in this
Pelican
one and scenes,
plans to
which,
assassinate
unlike other
the
episodes where you
Archbishop
were
of
face down on the
Constantinople
floor.
tomorrow night.
Yeah, most of the time.
Most
Yes.
probably as he makes
Harrison
a
has a
speech
lot
at
of
the
dynamic
Commander
stuff to do
Hotel.
in this. You saw that there.
It's my duty to
Harrison
stop
Page is
him.
Captain Trunk nodding.
Now,
I think this is exposition.
this is all we know about what
It's
he
the
looks
accent.
Yeah.
I think it's the accent.
Yes.
I think, you know, He
There's
could look
nothing
like
there.
anything. The accent's
Correct. We
cute.
have absolutely no idea what he looks like.
We used that joke
All right,
before.
listen now. Effective immediately.
You know, it's interesting, though,
Agent
this
Dashman is in
people
charge of
really like
security for the
DeRoe, and
Archbishop's
they like
That
you in
means he
that
is
character.
calling
They
the
care
shots,
about
Hammer.
her, and
We
they
are
want her to
working
be
for
okay.
him. Is that clear?
They feel for
Yeah.
her because she suffers
good.
under
So,
the sarcasm and
what's your big plan,
utter stupidity
Monsieur?
of Sledgehammer.
Well,
so
first, I thought
they
we'd
felt good that she
examine the
met
mock-up
somebody
of the
up here
hotel
that she could
banquet.
talk to and treated her with respect. And-
Yeah.
But are you like DeRoe, Anne-Marie? Do you have a lot in common with her, you think?
You mean someone who
look,
never has
this
sex and
detail
only
is
works all the
amazing.
time?
Well, that we all know.
Yeah.
And well, that I share with you.
Right.
Oh, there's a little
But,
archbishop.
But,
He's
but I
running
mean, do
around
you
saying,
bond with the
"Oh,
character?
Dash,
Do you feel
oh,
that she's a
protect me,
lot
Dash,
like you?
protect me."
Or,
Oops. The pelican shot his head off.
Yeah.
yeah?
It's nothing to joke
Sure.
about, Inspector.
I wasn't
A
joking.
little uptight and.
The pelican has a brilliant
I
criminal
don't know.
mind.
I don't
He's
think of
crafty.
you as uptight.
He's
You were just
wickedly
making
smart,
fart
and he's a
noises
chameleon.
earlier, so
No, I
He
wasn't.
can assume any
that wasn't you?
identity.
No.
Yeah, well, if you
You're
were
gonna
half
pin
as
it on
smart
me?
as he is, you
Right.
wouldn't be wasting your time on this
I mean,
dollhouse,
you know,
Tinkerbell.
that's
Be
something
down there at the
you've always
hotel
done,
checking it
Ellen.
out in person.
Sledge.
That's
I'm sure
not true.
Dash is much more experienced in these
I
matters.
can't believe you're denying
No,
that.
no,
Like,
the
Like,
inspector.
you know.
You know what? The people want to hear.
no.
We're not editing
She
this.
did.
And people want to hear about what's going on the screen and about
Okay,
the show.
but
Very
you know,
grateful
I'm the
if
one
you
who
would
has to put up
personally
with it.
assist me
You
in an
don't-
inspection of the hotel
Look,
facilities.
you know, whatever.
I don't mind
I'm
if you
just.
Fine.
Well, I do.
Forget it.
look
Just
at-
forget.
I
We
don't.
don't
I
have
do.
to even
I
talk
think it
about
would
it.
be
All
far
right,
more
because I'm not
productive
going to
if
get
you
into
were to
another
stay here at the
fight
precinct.
because I mean that's
Then
embarrassing
I
to
would
me if
be
we get into that.
effectively
Then just
doing
control
nothing.
your sphincter.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Right.
Then just,
I
you
wonder
know.
if this hotel
What's
is
happening on the
earthquake
screen
proof.
now? It's dolls. Hammer's having an earthquake.
Oh, no,
and,
look,
I enjoyed
Dash.
this.
He's trying to
This
escape.
is him
He's
showing the
trying to
character's
escape.
maturity.
I
Yes.
don't like it. There's too many entrances.
What's
Yeah,
with these
it's so
colors
far.
at that hotel? Where did we shoot this? We shot this at, I think.
This was in Hollywood,
Seal of
wasn't it?
7.
Yeah, I thought.
People
Oh, really?
just went way in and out of
Oh, I
this
thought
room.
we shot
Well,
this
what
in
about
Willy
checking out the
Wonka's living
Archbishop's
room or
room?
something.
Right.
Look at that.
Terrorists tend
So
not
this was
to
you
strike
enjoyed
in
this scene because
private
you were
rooms.
working with
Their actions
Adam and
always take
extras.
place
I
in
mean, you always
public.
like working with people dressed as
Right.
maids and
I do.
yeah.
Well, I still think
You know,
we should
he
get a
was
set of
really
master
nice to
keys
work
so
with.
that we
He
have
was
access
always
to the
there.
rooms and the storage
just gave
areas
you
and the closets.
everything.
Your intelligence is
He would
matched only
rehearse
by
as much as
beauty.
you wanted. I mean, the guy was just
Thank you for
great.
noticing.
So he showed
really
up and
great.
he acted as
Should
an
we check
actor, not a
outside?
rock star. huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, that's sort of what I expected.
So
I was
anyway,
so sort of in awe.
My dad was
that he
against me being a cop.
this rock star coming
Thought
in.
I'd lose my
And he was
femininity.
incredibly humble and sweet.
Yeah, he came in red. He was very
be a coal
professional.
miner and
But
not
what was
lose your
interesting is
femininity.
people told me. I think Bill Bixby told me there were groupies or some of his fans hanging around.
Oh, I'm sure.
know,
Yeah.
When
You look
at me like
gorgeous
that,
there.
it makes me
I'm
hate
sorry.
thunder.
That's my opinion.
Too much hair. Look at how much is on top. There's.
Well, but I like the earrings too that came from Logan's Run. Look at that rain. Look
It's
at
so
that.
realistic.
Yes, it is. We turned it on. And
You
look
know,
at
there
his-
was so much rain that I couldn't talk. It was in my mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we won't touch that.
Perhaps we should discuss
Your shoulder
this
pads
somewhere
are
where it's
wet,
a little
though.
Yeah,
dry.
look and see. It's.
Oh, I don't know. You look
Look
particularly
at
wonderful
that.
when you're wet.
That's the jungle ride at Disneyland.
Listen, my place is
That's a
nearby.
very
Would you like
romantic
to
scene.
Come over and I'll cook you a home-cooked
Two
meal?
people wet.
Yeah.
I've heard of those. Isn't that so
Wet under a blanket.
You don't have
Yes.
to tip anybody.
Yes.
Okay, now back to reality. Look at all that tension. We were on a tight budget the second season, so that counted as a stunt right
Yeah.
there. That's a stunt. That's symbolic of
Hammer, what are you doing?
picking that up.
Nothing. I tell you, Captain, that Dash
Well, Marie,
is
you haven't seen this
trash.
show in I think like 18 years,
I can't
and you
believe
just
that Dory
you
didn't
watched
smell
the
that
episode
fertilizer
before
he
coming
was
in
feeding
here.
her.
What was your feeling
do I
as you
detect
watched
a
it
note
after
of
that
jealousy
much time?
from Mr. I don't feel anything,
wow.
Hammer? Huh?
You know what I say to that?
God,
I say, ha!
I just
Me
thought
jealous of that donut hole?
we were
In my whole life, I've been jealous of one man.
really
one man
nuts
only.
to do this. I mean,
Custer.
you know,
Excuse me,
it's
Captain. I've just gotten a report of a
stupid.
dead body on the river.
There's some really stupid
Dead body.
stuff in there.
I
there's
really
something I can
enjoyed
sink
this
my teeth
insightful
into.
commentary.
Hammer, you're
Sorry.
already
After 18 years,
Yeah, I can do
we
two
were
things at once.
stupid.
You can't even do one thing at
That's
once.
Come on,
basically where
Captain,
we're
you know
at with
dead
this show
bodies
now.
are
I didn't realize that, Emery. I'm so glad you have enlightened enlighten me. After 18 years, I thought we were clever.
I'm sorry. No. I mean, there are a lot of clever stuff, but just to get away with some dumb stuff, was.
What's up, Norman?
I mean,
Not him. His face and his fingertips.
I mean, Norman. Look at Norman.
Opium. And he's got a
that's
bullet
the
hole in
actor
his
Kurt
chest,
Paul
the size
playing
of
Norman
Montana.
Blades.
Yeah.
He's a
Did
wonderful.
I mention?
He's wonderful.
Okay. Oh, so
I
you're
smell
just saying
foul
the
play.
writing is stupid.
No,
Oh,
not the
okay.
writing.
I wouldn't do that, Hammer.
No, the
This
writing
one's really
is
disgusting. If
I
was
thought
in a
we were
corner,
ahead of the curve. This
I'd be
is
sick.
way before CSI.
Being
And
a
look at this. We have a
coroner
corpse
already
and.
Oh, you're right. You're
The
right.
only
They're
way we're going to
investigating.
ID
This
this
is
one is through
CSI
dental
Hammer.
records, and that could take a while.
18
I suspect
years.
he's a foreigner.
I can't believe it. You watched
All
the
his
episode. You were
clothes
just
carry
sitting here
European
watching it, saying
labels.
it's stupid.
So what? All my clothes have foreign labels.
You
Taiwan.
play a sophisticated, intelligent character that is a role model for women, and basically you've come in here and said the show is stupid and made a fart noise. I mean, this is...
Hope you enjoyed dinner.
That wasn't me. You know,
Splendid.
I can't believe you're on that again.
Of course.
You know, I don't
Was it
even
ripe
want
enough?
to discuss that.
All right.
You know,
Delectable.
'cause that's.
Do you remember anything about
Do you
this
remember how
scene?
you did that
Very
for the
best
second
dairy
season
product
every
I've ever
single
tasted.
day?
No, I didn't.
I have to get up at 4 a.m. You'd come into the trailer
I'm sorry,
where the
I'm being
makeup
really
was being
stupid. I'm
done and do
nervous.
that. And, you know,
Well,
I have to put up with
it's been a
that.
long
That's
time
not
since
true,
I've
and you're
had
not
a
even
guest.
talking
I mean,
about what's
I mean,
on the
a man
screen,
guest.
which is what people want to hear. Now, what about
Here.
this scene? This is DeRoe is having a romantic
Let's
moment.
face it,
She's
it's been a
starved for
long time
romance.
since I've been with a man, period.
I mean, and you're very good in this scene. So.
This
And so's
partner of
Adam.
yours, what's his name?
But you know, I always had the
Sledge.
feeling that, you know,
I
even
care
if this
about him,
guy
but our
really
relationship
did
is
want to,
strictly
you know,
professional.
go
Really?
out with me, there was no way.
So
He was
far, I haven't
adamant.
found anything professional about
You
it.
know?
Really?
Yeah.
Sledge
So
is
you
okay.
were in awe of
He's a
him.
good
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
Well, you know, it's good
Well, he's
because
not
I
really
almost
a good
cast Elton
cop.
John. So.
But I've grown accustomed to him.
Yeah.
But he might not have want to gone out with you, but
No, he
Loyalty.
wouldn't have,
Yeah.
definitely.
I love
Well,
Elton John.
neither did Adam
Another
Ant,
fine
you know.
attribute to
But did you
make
wanna
one
go
already
out with him?
substantial list.
And I don't remember. What was I doing at the time?
Yeah, what were you doing?
Mention.
What are you doing right there? So you were turned on. So that's why this scene worked. You were really into him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You make me
okay.
feel like that.
Oh, he's really cute.
Well, you like people with the initials AA. Okay.
I guess so.
There you go.
Now, look, that's
I really
embarrassing.
hate this.
Why?
See? Well, you think you're going to get a kiss, and then the guy goes away.
So you've
you
had
know.
that happen to
Yeah,
you?
so you pull up your shirt, see?
You've
no,
had
it
that
is.
happen to you.
Really, first dates are.
You've been
are
turned
so
down by men? I find that hard to believe.
Absolutely,
My line
yes,
of
I
work.
have.
When?
Sure.
Always on the
That's
move.
not possible.
Oh, sure.
Who
Always
would
in another
reject you?
city, always
Are you
with
kidding?
strangers.
What, the Braille
Always-
Institute? I mean,
Right.
it's like,
No.
Well, you're not alone now.
No.
I know.
really?
No. Sure.
so
I mean, sure.
frustrating.
I mean,
Oh, I deal with
it's a
rejection.
big world.
Incredible
Come
woman.
on, you know, sure.
But I deal with rejection on a
really
minute-to-minute
like to get
basis.
involved.
I don't think of you dealing with it. Well, you know what? See, now you're revealing something, and in the midst of all your
Couple of days from
chicanery
now,
and
I'll be 1,000
joking,
miles
this
away.
is a personal episode
Another
for you.
assignment. Another
Absolutely.
city.
I mean, she's so vulnerable.
Alone again?
It's, you know,
Naturally.
Yeah.
I think I could have taken it down a little bit. It's like a little bit too, you know.
I felt as an actress
understand
you were
it.
showing, as an actress, you spend all the time on
It's
the
not
set
often that
working,
two
and
people
you
like us
don't
meet.
interact, you don't have a social life. So,
since we have such
and
a
this was a
limited
hard
amount
show
of
of 18-hour days, 5 days a week.
Suggest we make the best of it.
So I guess this is a parallel. You were bonding with the guest star, just like she's bonding with a co-worker who came in. And,
Yeah, you know, the vulnerable stuff is hard when you look back on it and you know, see, okay,
Yeah.
now we're kissing. We really kissed there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he really kicked a door.
Yeah.
Women relate strongly to this episode.
Now,
though, you
why
know?
do I
Well, I heard a
grab
noise
my
and I thought
top?
you might be in trouble.
Well, because he's coming in with a gun.
How was I supposed
you
to know
gotta
London
protect your
Bridge
heart.
was falling down?
How dare you burst into my private apartment?
I always
How
like
dare
that
you
term,
kiss
private
alien lips? You're an
apartments. Like,
American.
you can come into my public apartment.
Surprised this fop even likes women.
I beg your pardon.
Flop.
I don't pardon anybody.
People were stunned by
Neither do
this.
Yeah.
I got to give David credit. I mean,
I love that shot when he falls out of frame like that. That's funny.
yeah. He didn't worry about ego or image, did he? He totally collapsed.
You're not
But
still
this was
upset
interesting
about that little
because
incident
you know,
last
one
night,
of
are
the
you?
provisos
Little
from the
incident?
network for the second season is to play up more of the relationship between Hammer and
You
DeRoe.
barge
'cause
into
Yeah.
my private
I
apartment
was
like
obsessed
Rambo
with-
and
with
Heat
the
and
relationship
proceed to
between
ruin the
Hammer
first
and the
romantic
gun.
evening I've
Hammer
had
and
in
the gun.
years.
I
Because
really
of you,
liked the
Dash
ones when I
left.
had lots
How
more
dare
scenes
you
with
interfere with my
David.
personal
Yeah.
life?
Come on, DeRoe. You're not supposed to get involved with
But
people
it was
you work
interesting
with.
because it wasn't a romantic
Besides, you gotta be
relationship,
suspicious
yet it
of
had the
somebody who's so
dynamic of
perfect.
one.
Right.
Maybe
But
he's married.
you guys are good
Think
together.
about it.
You know, people
Oh, is
care
that
about
so?
these characters.
Well, why don't we
and
just retrieve
I don't
his
know.
files
You should
and
be
both
very
of us
proud of
will
your
find out.
performance in
Fine,
this episode.
fine.
You tend to make a lot of jokes about hair and shoulder pads, but you were wonderful. powerful than this.
Lionel Dashman, age 36. Single.
I love that. Single.
Instrumental in averting coup.
I like how you
Single-handedly
keep, like,
prevented
so
terrorist
Duro
bomb attack.
occasionally will
Received
talk
total
like a
of
12-year-old,
16
which I like.
citations for heroism.
Just like you.
So we got lucky once. Big deal.
Oh, that was a little younger than 12.
Further
That was.
information
Yeah, we're
classified,
reverting
no
back.
access.
Well, that was Look Who's Talking. So.
Yeah.
I can break
Your
that
hair
code.
looks good there.
No, it doesn't. No.
It's softer side of Sears.
Bingo.
It's that bad mullet
Presently
thing
working
going
under
on.
code
There's
name
sort of it's a
Icebreaker.
semi-mullet.
Top secret.
I always love in a computer
clean
screen
here.
where everything is spelled out perfectly, you know?
Yeah, that's an old computer screen.
Let's type up exposition.
You're
That
late,
was MS-DOS.
Amazing.
I was busy doing something important.
Oh. And what exactly do you consider to be
Adam had
important?
unique delivery, didn't he?
Breaking down doors and destroying the personal
Yes,
lives of
he
those
did.
closest to you?
Yeah, that's always at the top of my list. So, what do you say I destroy your face?
Sledge, whose face did you destroy last night?
Did you tell him
It
to
was
do
a
that?
sucker
No.
punch.
That was
I
really
thought that was
funny.
you.
I did indeed.
That was very funny.
Punch a sucker.
Would somebody mind explaining to me what this
I
attempted
think that
wig
was before
banter
people
is all
started
about?
doing that. Ow!
Yeah.
Nothing.
Now everybody
Well,
does
then,
that.
That's true.
Get on with this, please.
That was my
All right,
commentary
I
on
want
all
one
this.
last
This
thorough
attempt at
search.
witty
The
banter.
pelican may
I
have
put
planted
that
a
in.
bomb anywhere.
Yeah.
I want you to
What kind of
check
director
every
was
seat,
Bill Bixby for you,
curtain,
Anne Marie?
every
Oh my
nook,
God, he was.
every
You know, he was there all the time.
This
He
case
was
got to do with
warm
English
and-
muffins.
Hammer.
I mean, it was so comfortable
Start
to be
at the
around
podium.
him.
A
He
lot
would-
of energy.
Captain.
huh?
A lot
Check
of
over that
energy,
side.
a lot
Go
of
on. Over there. I'm going out
humor,
to check on the
a lot of
Right.
intimate,
Let's go!
you know, kind of conversation, and the guy was just always there, and he was, you know, he was nice to everybody,
Yeah.
and available to everybody.
Yeah,
and
down to the crew, to the craft servants. to
everybody. Yeah, I mean, you just really felt like he was one of the guys, and it was great. I mean, the guy was such a professional, such a nice guy.
David's
The
hilarious.
bombing will begin in 5 minutes.
Hammer, what are you doing?
I was just checking to see if you can hear it. Can you hear this?
I like the
Fooling
end.
around
Can you
with that
hear
thing.
it?
I was checking to see if it was on.
Yes, it's on. Leave it
I
alone.
always laugh at people annoying other people.
He just had to do that one last thing.
Yes, of course. This is what people pay big money for, just to hear us like we're in a living room watching TV laughing at our own work. But
Yeah. Right.
No
It's
insight.
like the Hammer. These people.
I know.
Hey,
Yeah.
do you mind?
No, but Bill
Can't you
Bixby
see that
was,
I'm
he was
thrusting
truly
the
an
curtain?
actor's director, too. He understood
I
all
thought
the
I told
problems
you to
people
check
had.
this
and-
podium.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
understood.
did.
He understood
It's clear.
the problems. He understood
I suppose
emotionally
you
how
thought
to,
this
you know, sort
was
of
chewing gum.
Plastic explosives.
handle
Where'd you find
you,
it?
Yeah.
you know, and how
Under
to get
the podium,
you through.
it would appear that
you know,
the inspector isn't very good at
the
inspecting.
sort of
Hey, now,
geography
wait a minute. I
of,
checked that
of
dang thing
the
45
emotional
seconds ago and there was nothing there.
show, you know, from
Except the
here to here to
explosives.
here.
Look, you bag of
It
British
sounds kind of funny,
botulism.
but he
You
held
planted
your
it,
hand
didn't
in
you,
some
huh? You
sort of
planted it to make me
emotional
look
way that
bad.
was
Sledge,
really
you know, it's
comforting.
really
Well, there's a
embarrassing.
reason why he was a TV star for
Use
so
someone
long, and
else to
people
cover
felt
your own
comfortable
comments.
bringing him
your
into their
incompetence
homes
is
because
already
he was
common
generally
knowledge.
a
All right,
welcoming,
that does
good
it.
person. So
Ever
Yeah.
since this bag of English earwax showed
But
up
he helped
here,
the
it's
show a
been
lot
put
the
down
second
hammer
season,
time.
kept
Well,
things calm.
the
He helped
time
me
is
with
up.
the studio, and he was just, I really missed that man.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I think
It's
it's
sad.
obvious that the
He
inspector,
ignored
who used
warning
the
signs. He
term
had lower
loosely,
back pain.
is
He was shooting
emotionally
something. He didn't go to the
unfit for this
doctor in
assignment.
time. I mean,
I think it would be best for
you
all
got to,
concerned,
when this stuff happens, you got to
especially
take
the
care of it.
archbishop.
You know, everybody
If he
says
were
being a
to
hypochondriac isn't a good thing. Sometimes it's
leave
good.
the
You
premises.
know, I'll
Oh,
run
right.
if I have like a, you know, like a, you know, an itch.
Good idea.
But you got to be
All right.
careful.
Yeah.
Fine.
That's just me on preaching a little bit. I promise not to do it again.
Okay. Don't.
Yes, I'm sorry. Well, there's a good look. You shake your head well in disgust.
They can't treat me like this.
You have experience
I'm
with
a
that,
cop.
don't you?
And I demand respect.
Yeah, I know.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. That's what being a cop means to me.
Hey, Hammer.
I
you
like
got a
English
minute?
earwax.
Major, I
Yeah.
got so
Where'd you
much
get
time on
that?
my hands,
I
it's
don't know,
about
the
to
writers
break
had
my
that one,
fingers.
Mark
And
Curtis.
when
got
he
a
called him a
partial ID on
donut
that
hole,
body
I
from a
really
river.
like that.
Some
That was
hotshot
Mark
Interpol
Curtis and
guy.
Rod Ash.
That's a
They wouldn't
very
release
good
his real
expression.
name.
Donut
Most
hole.
of what give us
Right,
was his
the
current
donut
code
hole.
name.
You're a
Icebreaker.
donut hole.
See?
What's that tell
Well,
us?
we've learned
That's
things.
less than
He's a
nothing.
dead Eskimo.
Okay, basically what we've learned about you
I
is
don't
you
know.
didn't like your hair. You have been rejected by men, and you like the
minute,
term
icebreaker.
donut hole. So this
That's
is very
Dash's code
insightful.
name.
Yeah.
So people
if
see
this
you
is
on the
Dash
street. If
and
a guy
Dash is
comes up to you
dead,
and says donut
then
hole, he's
who's-
going to get somewhere.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Immediately.
Remember that.
The pelican.
This is what you're paying good money for, to learn these things. I thought you guys did this scene really well. I thought Adamant feigning ignorance and catching on.
Look at how pathetic she is. She just wants him to kiss her again. It's so sad.
Well, you really did make yourself vulnerable in this
Hammer
episode.
burst in like that wasn't exactly my idea of an
She's starved for
icebreaker.
affection.
Starved.
Well, with Hammer,
think
you're
it's safe to say
definitely
that
it's
out loud?
famine next to him.
Absolutely.
I didn't know idea it was a bad word.
Icebreaker. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I think
I
you look
found out.
great there.
Found out what?
Yeah, Adam did this well.
Oh, icebreaker. Of course.
Why wouldn't you know your
This
own
is, the inspiration for this episode was kind of like Day of the Jackal.
See, now I get to her.
Who's that? You? That's a stunt double.
That's a stunt double.
Because
that might be a dummy.
it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please
No, that was
take
the
your
stunt double.
seats?
That's Fritz Feld, who always played maitre d's in
Archbishop
movies.
will
He'd
be
pop his
arriving
hand on his mouth. I met
Who's
him.
dressed up as nuns? Oh, okay.
That's a real nun.
Okay.
I don't know.
What the hell
You know,
are
we
you
couldn't do
doing
this
here?
today
I'm gonna
because
stop
now
Dash
everything
from
is so
killing the
sensitive about
Archbishop.
religion.
Dash? Why would Dash want to do that?
Because Dash is not Dash. Dash is dead.
No, I think my favorite
The
part
body
is
that was
when
found in the river
he-
was identified
he,
as Lionel Dash.
wrestles the,
This Dash is not the real Dash. This Dash is really the Pelican.
Yeah, the
Or he's a
bishop.
dirty bird. I got some.
I mean, that
As opposed
was
to-
my favorite part of this whole show,
Bill Rowe.
when Sledge wrestles the bishop and how strong the bishop is, where you really don't expect him to be so strong.
As opposed to stroking the bishop or choking the bishop. You know, that
I don't know what that means.
I'm being
Alan.
jejuned, so all right. I think it was an
I'm
American
sure they're
Beauty.
going to cut that out.
No, they won't. They don't edit these. That's
They
why.
don't?
No,
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
We have to start over.
No. See what you did? See what you did? I told you in the beginning.
See, I like this part too.
I know you did. I know why.
I wanted to jump up and down on that door just for fun.
Well, that would have been gratuitous. What I enjoyed here is that how you managed to close the
You
door.
go warn
like
the
you
Archbishop.
reseal
I'll
it.
take care of the Pelican.
That's very efficient right
It's
there.
very efficient.
Yeah. Welcome, Archbishop.
Ladies and
I forget. We
gentlemen,
made up some name
it's
of where
my
it was
pleasure to
from.
introduce
From
the
Hershey's or
Archbishop
something.
of
I
Costra
don't remember.
Pobre.
It was something very silly.
Something like that. That's Gene LaBelle playing the bishop.
Yeah.
Was from a wrestling background. I met him.
That's right.
I met him through Andy Kaufman.
Oh, yeah, he was wonderful.
Yeah, I think he was a wrestling announcer. He was probably a wrestler, but I know he did wrestling announcing. But
Yeah, he was about 8 feet tall, wasn't he?
yeah. So that's from the weird Andy Kaufman world. My weird little world. People are with me.
Costa Pore.
That's it. You visited that, didn't you, Costa Pore?
Yeah.
Took a cruise there.
I did.
Yeah, and were rejected
Yes.
on the USS Reagan.
Yes.
This is for your own good.
I like when he sits on his shoulders and there's some ridiculous stuff in here. It's really delightful.
Yeah, but I honestly don't think a network would allow us to manhandle the bishop at this day and age.
Probably not. I mean, you really were ahead of your time.
Oh yeah.
Now, see, this part I like.
Gina's a wrestler. I mean, he had experience with this.
Oh no, the better part's coming up when he's that one. When he jumps on his head. Yeah, that's good.
And that's really David doing it. David's great physically, isn't he?
Very good.
Very fully committed.
Very, very funny physically. And whacking the head on the way down is
Now, I'm
good.
not going to allow you to
Come on,
joke during this
creep.
because you're superb in this.
Or I'll blow your miserable brains out of your worthless head.
This is some of the best acting you've done in the
This
show.
looks bad, but I can explain.
I was so starved for affection, I actually believed you cared for me.
I mean, this is, you talk
gotta
about
believe me.
vulnerable.
I'm deeply in love with you.
See, I don't believe
Are
in
you?
you.
Yeah.
No, for the first time
You've
in
been
my
betrayed.
life.
We
I'm
all
telling
have,
the truth.
right? And then you kind of like, you draw from that as an actress. and
Yeah.
I'm not perfect.
People lying.
I've
is
got my
horrifying.
vices like everyone else. I just happen to kill people for enormous sums of money.
And that was supposed to be a joke, and it didn't play like
meeting
one,
you, I decided
which is fine.
This would be
Maybe
my
I
last job.
played it a little too seriously. Maybe that's
No, you
why.
didn't. No, it's a serious scene.
I wanted to start a new life with you.
I'm going to have to kick his ass now, though, you know.
Yeah.
Please, darling.
You did this just so well, like your reaction.
Help
like
me escape.
He got under your skin. But I got people told me like,
See,
kid,
that's what I had. Because when you get really vulnerable and somebody does that, you have to kick their ass.
yes, and hit them with a light.
Yeah.
But you know what, your reaction...
I wanted to jump down there and kick his ass again, but remember you said no? Yes. I couldn't.
But your expression there is just kind of wistful when you walk away. I mean, it's like too good to be true. Dave does a cool look there, I thought. No shtick, you know.
Yeah.
Now this is a key scene between the two characters. I was going to say that I heard from people when you kicked his ass that at home, like, kids cheered. They were clapping for that.
Yeah, he really hurt my feelings. I had to kick his ass.
Suppose you're here to gloat, right?
What's interesting is...
David was very sweet.
Okay, go ahead, say it.
Yeah.
You were right and I was wrong.
Yeah,
go on,
the key
rub
is
it
that
in.
David is still
Now tell me all
Hammer,
about
like,
how you knew
he
this
didn't
guy was no
change
good
as
for
far
me,
as
and
all of a
you
sudden
tried to
becomes
tell me, and I
soft.
wouldn't
He's still
listen.
cool. He still has his emotions in check.
Okay, I'm an idiot. I made a fool of myself. Just say what you have to say and get out, okay?
Well, what I was going to say was, if you're not busy...
I love how he does it.
Would you like to go bowling, buddy?
It's interesting how he reacts to you kissing him.
I could beat you any time, bud.
You and what army?
And there's an interesting thing at the end of this you'll hear David say, where he says it's not so bad. It's kind of off mic. It's coming up here. This is so bad. Because he didn't want to play it.
But then he messed up my computer, see?
Yeah, he turned it off.
Yeah.
But he was resisting. He didn't want Hammer to go totally soft. And he was happy how the scene played, and so he left that in, going, no, this isn't so bad.
Yeah.
But Hammer, I'm glad you sat in with me.
Well, thank you, Alan.
You know, and I'm sure the fans are happy to hear you. And once again, that wasn't me. The sounds made at the beginning were in with her mouth.
Fine.
Because that's important. Yeah. Anyhow, let's go outside and argue now.
Okay.
Gentlemen, last night the B lab here at the Germ Warfare Center was broken into. The object of that break-in was formula BX976, a highly toxic, a highly secret substance. Now, this man is Richard Syret, a known foreign agent. His attempt to steal a sample of BX976 was not successful. He escaped without the toxin. But although he didn't get it, he got it. By which I mean he contaminated himself. He is now highly contagious, and he will contaminate anyone that he comes in contact with, which just goes to show you this stuff is not only deadly, it's darned economical. Now, here are the 4 stages of this disease. Stage 1, hallucinations. Stage 2, disorientation and lack of coordination. Stage 3, lethargy leading to coma. Stage 4, the big kahuna, death. Now, there you have it. This man is on the loose, and he must be found before he contaminates everyone in this country. This mission is top secret. No one in the public knows. Any questions? Good. Let's get to work.
Okay. The reason I called you in is because... Hammer, what are you doing?
Don't worry, sir. Pest control. Dang, just winged him.
Hammer, give me that gun so I can kill you.
I was just trying to protect you, sir. Flies are filth, and they can spread disease.
You're a disease! And I survived you. Barely.
You seem upset.
Captain, you were saying?
I'm saying that Hammer is going to be the death of me. But what I wanted to say is that the military is asking for our assistance.
The military? No problem. My tank is gassed up and ready to roll.
Hammer, the military doesn't need your tank. It needs your eyes.
They're ready to roll, too. See?
They need our help in locating this man, Richard Syrett.
Cyrus. What does he look like?
He looks like this.
Oh, right, because you got the... I don't know where my head's at.
All right, now my orders are very specific. If you spot this man, don't approach him. Don't even apprehend him. Don't even touch him.
Why? Has he got a major case of the cooties?
Hammer, if I wasn't trying to control my high blood pressure, I would scream at you.
Well, you screamed at me already.
Shut up! Shut your mouth!
Twice. They're adding up.
Shut up! You! Now listen, if you see this man, I want you to call this special number. 1-800-MILITARY.
It's too many numbers, Captain.
Well, obviously, Doro, you have not been in the military.
I wish the military would tell us what this Syrett clown did. I can't stand secrets. Even as a kid at Christmas, I would take my toys and I'd shake them and I'd shake them and I'd listen to them and then I'd bang them on the floor. I just had to know what was inside.
What'd you find out?
I found out Santa brought me a lot of broken toys.
Listen, Hammer, I gotta close up. And this deadbeat's been sitting here all night long, nursing one lousy beer. I'm telling you, fruitcakes like him make my blood pressure push the edge of the envelope, if you know what I mean.
No problemo, Jack. All right, vagrant. Come on, time to dump your garbage someplace else. This joint is closing. Comprehendo, slime baggo?
Sledge! Do you know who that is?
Yeah, this is the creep that's been driving Jack crazy.
Richard Syrett. Take a look. It's the guy the military's looking for. Come on, we better call.
Hey, I don't need the army to help me bust this sick sicko.
Sledge! Now, our orders were very specific. We are not to touch him.
Trust me. I know what I'm doing. I just snagged the biggest fish in this city. No, hold your applause until I get him mounted. Look what I found, sir. No, you...
Hammer, you weren't supposed to bring him in. You were supposed to call that number. Why didn't you call that number?
I didn't have 20 cents.
It's toll-free, tortoise brain. All right, listen, take Syrett down to the holding tank. I've got to talk to the military and try to salvage my head from the chopping block.
Yo!
Wish you'd call that number.
Hammer, this guy is really sick.
Of course he's sick. He's probably a commie, and all commies are sick.
What we really need is a doctor.
Excuse me, I couldn't help overhearing. I'm a doctor. I'd be glad to come in and examine this man.
A doctor in the next cell? What are the odds?
Get him in here.
Well, let's have a little look here. Here we go. Just take a few minutes. This won't take long. I promise not to hurt you. Here we go.
Hey, we don't need a CAT scan here, Doc, all right? Just tell me what's wrong with the guy.
If you don't mind, I'm the doctor. Cough, please. Please cough. Prognosis is not very good. Patient is not breathing. Patient is not moving. Patient's heart is not beating.
Oh, well, gee, then he must be dead.
Abby, please. I'm the doctor. He must be dead.
This is all we need, Hammer.
By the way, Doc, what are you in here for?
Not much. Impersonating a doctor.
And I'm not really a nurse either.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, but the pay is great.
Captain, Syrett just died.
Oh, that's terrific. That's just wonderful. That really makes my day. What happened? Hammer shoot him through the heart?
Hammer had nothing to do with it, Captain.
Hammer always has something to do with it. That psycho has been assaulting my coffee ever since he transferred here. But I don't really care, Doro. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me anymore because, even if I'm going to lose my badge and I'll be on the street talking to parking meters, it doesn't matter to me because I'll be...
Okay, everybody. Building is under quarantine. Till further notice, no one exits or enters the building. No exceptions. Questions?
Yes, quite a few.
I'm Colonel Poltz. How you doing today?
Horrible. You mind telling me why we're under quarantine, Colonel?
Oh, please call me Mike.
Okay, Mike, what is all this?
All what?
What? All these people in spacesuits, what are they doing here?
Sealing off the building is very routine.
Then what's with all these cameras?
It's routine, observational purposes.
And just what is it that you're observing, Mike?
Captain, relax. Just pretend we're not here. You go about your business as usual. Just don't leave the building. Hey, Cap, why don't you give me a little tour so I can check out the layout, see who is where and what's what?
Hey, Blood. We done paid our bills, so what's with all this quarantine business?
Hey, Wanda, what's he, your pimp?
Our attorney.
Yeah, you best believe it, homeboy. Harvard class of 82. Now, why don't you just cut us some slack before I habeas corpus upside your chubby little face?
Roger, please. You're making a spectacle of yourself.
Thank you very much for your hospitality, Captain. I must be moving along now. Duty calls.
What am I supposed to do about Siret? He's down in my holding tank, dead.
Oh, don't worry. He's not going anywhere.
All right, so far, you've told me nothing about anything. Now you are going to tell me something about something.
All right. Wrinkling my radiation suit. Stage 1, hallucinations.
Major, I need you. I want you. Make love to me now and forever and ever. And forever and ever. I-29. Anybody got I-29? Do I hear a bingo? You got I-29? I need I-29 for a bingo. Come on, somebody's got to have it.
Toro, what are you doing?
Me, Jane. Who you? Who you? Cute,
Doro,
cute,
don't-
cute, cute, cute. Oh, cute.
Hammer. Thank God you're normal.
Trust me, you know what you're doing.
You talking to me?
That's right, amigo, I'm talking to you.
You talking to me?
Read my lips. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Well, I'm listening.
Hammer, who are you talking to?
I'm not talking, he is. See his little muzzle move?
Don't point that thing at me.
Oh, don't worry, he can't shoot while he's talking. I couldn't agree more.
Let me speak to Pulse. Now. Pulse, this is Captain Trunk. I got a room full of crazies here, and I want to know why.
Gosh, I can't imagine. But trust me, it's nothing to worry about.
Pulse, I am worried. Is there something about Cyrus? I mean, he's got some kind of disease that's infecting all of us, right?
No, it's just some kind of odd coincidence. Just stay calm. Just relax. It'll all be over in 8 to 10 hours.
It better be, or I'm gonna bust through your space goons and come after your hide. You understand?
Gee, that's not a good idea, Captain. My men have orders to shoot to kill. It's nothing personal. Sergeant, tell the men they'll be home in time for dinner. Captain Trunk and the other quarantined civilians will all be deceased by 1800 hours.
Oh, Captain. Oh, Captain, I feel just terrible. I just feel like my whole body was hit with shrapnel. Would you, give me a massage?
And now, this special bulletin.
What's this?
According to our sources, everybody inside the building has been contaminated by a deadly experimental nerve gas developed by the military for use in germ warfare. Unfortunately, there is no known antidote, which means that everybody inside will be dead within a matter of hours. But there is one bright note. Thank God it's them and not us. Now back to Crazy Teddy, the weatherman, as he continues his 5-part special on clouds.
It's just that Lisa Ellerblub. What does that dumb chick know?
She knows we're contaminated and we're gonna die.
Oh, yeah? Well, nobody's gonna tell me when I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die when I'm good and gosh darn ready. And boy, am I ever feeling ready.
All right, come on. Come on, people! Let's not give up here. Come on. The only thing can save us is us. Come on, people. Let's put our heads together and think of a way to save our lives. Come on. Come on. Come on, Major. Get up. Get up, Major. Doro. Come on, Doro. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Captain, I just realized something.
What?
How come you're not sick like everybody else?
I don't know. I mean, I feel fine. Why is that? Why am I immune?
Maybe it doesn't affect captains. Or maybe there's a medical explanation.
Yeah, medical explanation.
All right, Doc. Let's you and I go down to the lab and get some tests of me. I want to find out why I'm immune.
Captain, he's not a real doctor.
Doro, he's going to be working on me. What do you care?
I don't care.
Hey, Daly, we don't have much time, so I want to say something. I've always had the hots for you.
Mayjoy, I'm not gonna make love with you if that's what you're asking.
Oh, come on, help me out. I'm going through a mid-end life crisis.
I've got a headache.
Brother, can't you think of something more original?
Well, excuse me for living, but I'm dying here, and that gives me a really bad headache, okay?
You know what? I hope there's no men in heaven.
No chance. They're all in hell.
Thank God.
There's just one problem. I don't think we're going to heaven.
Sledge, do you believe in the afterlife?
I don't even believe in life.
Well, I just want you to know that even though we're all going to die because of your stupidity, I forgive you.
Yeah.
You've been a great partner and a good friend. And I love you. Like a brother.
Come on, DeRoe, this is no time to be sentimental.
This is a perfect time. We're dying.
You're right. In that case, I just want to tell you that you are the best partner I ever had. And I'm really gonna miss you. Almost as much as I'm gonna miss me.
Ditto.
Ditto, ditto, DeRoe.
That's really sweet, Hammer.
No.
Doc, what'd you find out?
Your blood pressure is so high that your veins are going to explode. If you weren't so mad all the time, you could control it.
All right, I know I've got high blood pressure. I take pills for it. All right, I forgot to take it this morning. What's that got to do with... You? Oh, it can't be. Are you trying to tell me that you think that my high blood pressure makes me immune?
How would I know? I'm not a real doctor.
What the hell? It's worth a try. All right, listen up, everybody. I think that somehow high blood pressure can cure this thing. And the only way to raise your blood pressure is to get mad. So let's everybody get angry, get mad. Come on. Get up, get mad. Come on. Come on, you. Get mad. Come on. Come on, you. Get angry.
Hey.
Come on. Hammer. Hammer. I hate your guts. Always have, always will.
So what?
So what?
Okay, what are you hitting me for?
What are you gonna do about it? You're nothing but a spineless wimp. Nah, you're a woman.
Hey, nobody calls me a woman.
Oh, you're not a woman? Well, then maybe you're a little girl with a pretty pink dress and pigtails. You want to play hopscotch, little girl, huh?
Hey, now those are fighting words.
Yeah! DeRoe, I'm glad you're dying. Because you're the stupidest cop I ever saw in my whole life.
I'm smart.
Ah, smart. You don't know a suspect from sushi, DeRoe. You know how many times I've wanted to bounce you from here to Fresno, DeRoe, huh?
You can't talk to me like that.
I can talk to you any way I want to, Miss Bimbo.
Bimbo? I am not a bimbo.
Hammer! It works! Making people mad enough to raise their blood pressure is a cure. Come on, help me out here. Make everybody mad. You're real good at that.
Yeah.
Captain, this is ridiculous. Getting mad is supposed to make us well?
Now, this is my kind of disease.
Captain, I congratulate you. Because of your action, many lives were saved. I'm recommending you for the Congressional Medal of Honor, the highest award this country gives. You go to Washington, meet the president. Now, what do you think?
What I think? I think that you are stinking up my office, Mike. And I don't give a fat rat's patootie about the Congressional Medal of Honor. I want you out of my office in 10 seconds. If you're not out, I'm gonna fill you so full of holes that your next job will be a chain link fence.
I hate to say this, sir, but I love you when you're mad.
You two get out, too!
Yes, sir, I'm up.
Hurry up! Move it!
Yes, sir. I can never shoot that light out before it goes on. Speed. I need more speed. All right, slime bucket. You got me this time, but... Oh, no wonder my coffee's been tasting like mud lately. Where's my landlady? Probably out raising rents.
Excuse me, could you help me? This door's stuck.
Bad plumbing, stuck doors. It's like living in a roach motel. That should do it. I'm Inspector Hammer. I'm a cop.
Thanks, I think.
So I guess you lost your key, right?
I don't have a key.
What, do you always break into your own apartment?
This isn't my place. Kim!
Then you're under arrest for breaking and entering.
But I didn't break in, you did.
Well, then you're under arrest for entering.
Look, my name is Sally Vincent. My cousin Kim moved in here 2 months ago, but I haven't heard from her. And I'm worried.
Yeah, she probably went out for lunch and the landlady rented her apartment.
I'm really worried about Kim. She insisted on moving in here. Wanted to see if she could make it as a model.
Well, what agency did she work for?
She was signed with the Continental Model Agency. I just came from there. They said that she did work for them 3 weeks ago, but they haven't heard from her since. This is a picture of her. I don't know what to do. If you're a policeman, I need help.
Well, you know what they say? We protect and serve. And cuddle.
Looking for birthmarks, Sherlock?
No, I'm on a case here, and I thought maybe the girl's picture might be in this magazine.
Those centerfold ladies have as much on their bodies as they do on their minds.
Yes.
I went through the microfilm of the newspapers for the last few months, and I found this. There is a Continental agency, and it seems to check out okay.
Hammer, a body's been found at 625 Stanford Street, apartment 15.
Why does that address sound familiar?
You live there.
I live there.
I just said that.
You just said that.
Get out of here!
John must have been a maniac.
Yeah.
Shot the door to pieces just to get inside.
Yeah, I was. Forget about that. Where is she?
Oh, she left about 20 minutes ago.
You're telling me a dead body walked out of here?
Hey, I didn't say it was a dead body. They took her to the hospital.
Oh.
Named Sally Vincent.
Yeah, I know.
Age 22.
Yeah.
Lives in Nebraska. Looked like a drug overdose.
Oh, drug overdose. She was squeaky clean.
What a tragedy. I do hope the poor girl will be all right. What happened to my door?
Termites. So you can forget the rent increase.
That reminds me, Mr. Hammer. Your rent's past due.
Yeah, so is the plumber. So when he shows, I pay.
Sure, I sit with no money while you run around chasing dead bodies.
Look, right now I'm gonna go check out a model agency. And when I get back, if that plumber has not shown up, I am personally gonna turn him into toxic waste. You got it?
What a chump.
Yes, honey. Oh, that's so good. Okay.
Oh, marvelous. Yes, that's it. Okay, a little more this way. Good. Marvelous. Okay, one more there. Ah, yeah. Oh, I like it. Butch, thank you. All right, Butch, you ready for the snow job? Okay, let the snow go. Okay, Cindy, let's do it. Oh, yes. More snow, Butchie. Oh, that's it, Cindy. Round this way. Good girl. Good. Loose them off. There we go. Oh, that's it. More snow, Butch. Oh, that's marvelous. They'll love this in Boston. Oh my God. Who and what are you, you clumsy buffoon? You were disrupting a Don Merrill shoot.
I'm Inspector Sledge and I came to ask you if you...
Bad. Can't you see we're being creative here?
Listen, Shutterbrain, I ask, you talk. You got it?
Well, you'll just have to come back later. I am on a horrible deadline. Try it again, Cindy. Let's take this off here. That's fine. Okay, loose the muscles. Oh! You have destroyed my entire icy white set. You are a clumsy buffoon.
Listen, Tiptoes, don't you know men don't wear earrings? Women wear earrings. Men wear tattoos.
Oh? I've got one of those, too.
Oh, you need help. I'll bet you've worn out every psychiatrist's couch in town.
Oh, just shut up, you.
Hey, don't call me you.
I'm Jessica Hayden, and I own this studio. Now, what's going on here?
I'm Inspector Sledgehammer, and I'm looking for information about Kim Field.
I see. Why don't we talk in my office? I'm a little behind, so I'll have to check out Christy's outfits while we chat. Try it without the robe, darling. Yes.
I understand Kim Field was with your agency.
Just for a short time. Frankly, she was too inexperienced for big-time modeling. Her cousin came in here earlier looking for her, but we had no information. Let's try it with just the teddy.
Did you know Kim's cousin Sally was in the hospital right now, unconscious? Did you know that?
Oh, how dreadful. I do hope she'll be all right.
Do you remember anything at all about Kim? Did she mention anything about relatives or contacts or kneecaps or anything?
Let's try something completely different. I'm sorry, Inspector. I really am. I wish I could help you.
Oh, baloney. The only thing you wish was that you were queen of the forest.
Inspector, I have a business to run.
Yeah? And I got a case to crack.
Inspector, I'm sorry. Our girls do not accept home phone numbers.
That's not a phone number. That's a citation for indecent exposure. The only time that girl has anything on is when she's got a coat on her tongue.
You bungling idiot! The girl's still alive now. You were supposed to stop her from going to the authorities.
I told you I am a photographer, not a killer. Besides, she never saw me. I forced some pills down her throat and ran. Believe me, we're safe.
Maybe.
Who are you calling?
The police. If I complain to the cops about that clown Hammer ruining our shoot, then maybe it'll just get him off of our backs.
All right, Hammer, as far as you're concerned, you're off the Kim Field case. It's closed.
Oh, come on, Captain. Let me go back to that model agency. I'm telling you, something is fishy.
Go back? Why? Is there something you forgot to destroy? Jessica Hayden called me. She's mad as hell.
Captain, trust him. He knows what he's doing. Ooh, did I say that?
It's a gut instinct.
Hammer, your gut instincts almost get me fired once a week.
It's instincts that make good cops, not those silly rules against chokeholds. Hey, sometimes criminals ask me for chokeholds.
Captain, someone has to go down to that agency. It's our only link to the Fields girl.
All right, good idea. Hammer, you go back down there and you apologize, or you'll be pounding a beat on Skid Row, picking up wine bottles.
Well, this is great. Sally Vincent's in the hospital. Her cousin is still missing, and we're standing around here like Mario Cuomo.
Como.
Right. Poor kids don't even have next of kin to take care of them. You're a fellow woman, Duro. Think of something.
That's your full name, Michelle Bouget.
Right.
Huh? And you have no close relatives?
No. Unfortunately, Papa died water skiing and Mama died scuba diving.
You don't mind traveling overseas on photo assignments?
Oh, no, I love ocean travel.
Good. I think you're going to make an excellent model, Michelle. Now, if you'll just sign our standard agency contract.
Okay.
And don't forget your telephone number. Welcome to Continental Models and a bright new future.
Thank you very much, Miss Hayden.
Good.
Well, bye.
What do you think?
She's perfect. She'll make our clients very happy.
Major, have you seen Duro?
Not yet.
That's the trouble with girls. They're always primping.
Hammer, over here. You apologize to that modeling agency woman yet?
Sir, real men don't apologize. Frankly, I'd rather be shot.
Hammer, don't give me those kind of options. Apologize. That's an order.
Oh, come
on. Apologize.
All right, girls, let's try it from the top. Heads up, chests out. Swing those... Darling, don't look down at your feet. Look, just watch me, okay? Smooth, provocative, alluring. Got it? Okay, quick. Let's see Brandy do that. Go ahead.
Oh, I am just not used to these shoes, Miss Hayden. They feel like cowboy boots with 9-inch heels on them.
High heels make your legs look very sexy. Now let's just see you walk again, Brandy, okay? No, Brandy, you've got to try a little harder. Now project your sensuality.
Are we doing a fashion show or a beauty contest?
Are you questioning my methods?
No. I was just wondering if we're selling the clothes, or us.
Well, why don't you let me worry about that?
Okay.
Let's just take a break, okay? Take a break now. Go on. So. Thank you for helping me out back there. I need this job real bad. I guess I'm just trying too hard.
Oh, that's okay. What part of Texas are you from?
Oh, I'm from this little bitty town about 50 miles outside of Dallas.
Oh, yeah? You got family there?
No, afraid not. I'm the end of the line.
Yeah, me too.
You know, all the girls around here are from out of town.
Yeah. You know, it seems like none of these girls have any family.
Michelle, you were very disruptive during class. Now, I'm warning you, toe the mark or else.
I thought men weren't allowed in here.
There are no men in here.
Jessica, that crazy policeman's in your office. You know, the big one with that horrible tie that clashes with everything?
I'm going to deal with you later.
Oh, honey, let me help you with that.
So Fawn Hall turned you down, right?
What is it, Inspector? I'm very busy.
All right, look, I got something I got to say to you. Okay, you see, didn't mean to disrupt your studio yesterday. There, I said it.
That's an apology?
It's as close as I get. I'm a cop.
Yes.
Hey, what's this doing here? That's my partner, Duro.
Partner? No, I don't think so. That's Michelle.
Michelle?
Meryl, would you bring in Michelle, please? Yeah, she's new. She said she just got in town from Canada.
This is my partner, Dory Duro. See that birthmark on her thigh right there? I remember that from a stakeout that we were on in a massage parlor. That was a crazy doobly.
You wanted to see Michelle?
Oh. Well, there she is right now. Hey, Dory, what are you doing here? You're out of uniform.
You must have me mixed up with somebody else.
Come on, Duro, what? You... Oh, no. Oh, boy. Oh, I didn't. Oh, boy. Oh. I don't know where my head is at. I guess my eyes are just not seeing what they think they're seeing.
Probably from mixing up too many different colors.
Yes, that's probably it. No, she doesn't look anything like my partner. No, my partner is uglier and much thicker of limb, fatter of the, and she has a big it's off. No, but I'm saying, no, you're much prettier than my partner. Listen, I really do have to go. You know how the streets are with the crime. I'm gonna try and get them.
They must be using cops for brain transplants.
Yeah.
Michelle, do you have any idea why he called you Duro?
No. Guy's cracked. I've never seen him before in my life.
Well, I hope we understand each other. You're here to model, and that's it, right?
Right.
Good. Okay, well, you just run back to the show because we don't have a lot of time.
Okay, bye.
I don't think she's kosher.
What difference does it make? She's going to be 1,000 miles away from here after the show, and it's all legal. We've got her name on the contract.
Well, you may think it's that easy, but I'm not so sure.
Oh, mellow out, Meryl. This is our last show in this town, and then I'm going to move the whole operation to New York. Now, why don't you just go powder your nose and get ready for the show, okay? Go on.
Miss Davis, are you in there? Hey, what happened to the plumber?
What is it?
Did the plumber show up? I gotta have a gondola to walk to the bathroom.
I thought I saw a plumber
আমি তো
here
কিছু
the
করি না
other
স্যার
day.
কর তোমরা করছো আমি তো কিছু জানতামই না
Before I found that poor girl's body.
এইটাই কথা ভাগো তাড়াতাড়ি সবাই বেশি রাতে নাই ভাগো
He didn't do a very good job, okay?
I knew he was a
যদি
lousy
ভাইগো এখন
plumber
কোনো
when
লাভ
I
নেই
saw his lily white hands and his earrings.
কারণ তোমাকে
Plumbers and
টিক্কা
earrings? What's next?
কাঠ
Teachers
ফালাই
and
দিছে
pantyhose?
You'd think on his earring it
মানে
would
রোভার
be a
ট্রাম
little
শুরু হয়ে
pipe
গেছে
or a wrench, but it was a tiny camera.
The camera?
হয় না মরি নাই আমি এখন কিছু প্রশ্ন করুম
This is our
জলদি
beautiful
জলদি উত্তর দিবা
modeling an exquisite ensemble by Lupe in
জানি তো কি
Paris.
জানতে চাইবে
Notice how her gorgeous blonde
তোমার
hair
দুই
falls
ভাই
on
মারতে
her white
আসতেছিল
shoulder pads and
এটা যাই নাই
highlights her pure silk body.
আমি তোমার বাঁচাইছি কিন্তু
Perfect.
ওই যে মসজিদ থেকে যে ঘোষণাটা আসছে
I'm sure your highness meant 10,000
সেটা কিন্তু young
stars, correct?
Oh, Jessica,
Good idea.
you always were a hard
বুঝতে
bargain.
পারছো
20,000.
চটাং
Remember, you do
এখনো যে পাই নাই
pay for what you get.
She will be a wife.
And now,
Correct.
presenting Brandy, all naughty and
Altaf
dressed in
Salman Day.
pink.
ওই আলতাফ সালমান যখন আমার ফোন করে বলল যে দুই ভাই
25,000.
ওই দুই ভাই তোমার মারতে আসতেছে
She will be a mistress.
তখন আমি চেয়ারম্যানটা কইছি যে ও থামাও
And now, last
চেয়ারম্যান
but
নিজে
not
গিয়ে মসজিদে ঘোষণা
least,
দিচ্ছে
Michelle, feisty and full of fire.
টিক্কার বাবা আসে নাই
সেটা আমি কেন এটা পারে না ওর চেয়ারম্যান টিরিক্স করতে পারে
She will be a wife and mistress.
That's
ওদের
it,
সামনে
girls.
এত বড়
That's it.
বাটপার
Thank you. Thank you very much.
তোমার বন্ধু তোমার মতো একই রকম বাটপার না
And thank you, your highness.
নিজের
I'm
মায়ের
glad
নামেও
you
তোমরা
played
টিরিক্স
this.
করতে পারো
Jessica, you have outdone
আচ্ছা
yourself.
টিক্কা
Well,
টিক্কা আইসে
private jet
টিক্কা
is
টিক্কা
waiting.
বিয়ে
Leave
আইসে
within
টিক্কা
the
আবার
hour.
The girls will be ready.
ঠিক কইব কেন
তোমরা যে তারে পিছন দিয়ে গুলি করছিলা সেইটার প্রতিশোধ
Did we get the
job, Miss Hayden. I should say so. He's hiring all of you. What agency?
হিন্দি তাইলে তো আমাকে ভাবতে হইব, এখানে তো বেশিক্ষণ থাকুন দেবো না।
কাজে তুমি বাদবা আমি না। আমি তো কিছু করি না এখন, তোমরা করছো, আমি তো কিছু জানতামই না।
Big modeling job. Okay, girls.
এটা কেমন কথা?
এইটাই কথা, ভাগো তাড়াতাড়ি, সবাই বেশি হাতে নাই, ভাগো। যদি ভাগো এখন কোনো লাভ নেই, কারণ তোমাকে টিক্কা কাঠ ফালাই গেছে, মানে রোভাক্রাম শুরু হয়ে গেছে।
বুঝলাম স্যার, আমি তো অনেক শুনতে পারলাম যে টিক্কা চাইতেছে, অমনি বুঝে ভাঙলাম যে কাহিনী খতম, তোমাকে বাঁচাইতে হইব। পাগলের মতো আমি রাস্তায় বাইরে গেলাম, এমন সময় একটা লোক এসে কইল আমি টিক্কার মামা, কিন্তু টিক্কার বাড়িঘর কোনো কিছু চিনি না। আমি জার্মান হিসেবে আমার কাছে আইসে আর কিসে। তুমি কি আমার কথা শুনতেছ?
Meryl was right. You are a police officer.
আমার কথা শুনতেছ তুমি?
And you're under arrest.
দিলু কই?
Oh, really?
আইবো তো, মনে করো সুযোগটা আমি।
Get her. She's a cop.
এত রাইতে না, ওই সবার চক্ষু ফাঁকি দিয়ে আসতে গেলে তো
Just like in the movies. Handsome leading man saves frail, helpless girl.
আমি যাও মনে কি মনে করতে পারো? দিল হইলো আমার কাছের বল, তোর যাস্তা যাইতে কইছে যা।
Hey, I wore that tie to the prom, mammal
কিন্তু
face.
সম্মান টম্মান দিয়ে তো কথা বলতে পারো নাকি?
কি হয়েছে? আপনার নির্দেশে, আমার নির্দেশে না, অবশ্যই আপনার নির্দেশে। আপনার নির্দেশ করার মতো কোনো অবস্থান আমি নাই, আগে আসছিলাম না। হ্যাঁ, আমার প্ল্যানে করছি, কিন্তু কথাটা হইল এই বিষয়টা আর কেউ জানে। আমার বলে না জানা এখন উপায় আছে না। এটা কি শুনছে? এইটা শোনানোর জন্য এত রাত ধরে এখানে আসছে। টিক্কা তো ফিরে আসছে। ওরে যে গুলি করছিল ওই মানুষটারে তো সে খুঁজা বাইর করবই। আর এই খবরটা টিক্কার কানে একমাত্র শিউলি দিতে পারে। তাই শিউলি রে ওইটার লেগে তো গেছিলাম।
You took an awful chance,
Doro. পুরো প্যাস লাগাই দিল, সব শেষ করে দিল।
Thank you.
Yeah, but what I want to know is, where do you wear a gun with an outfit like that?
আর লাশ গুম করার দায়িত্ব আমার। মাগের অবস্থা খাওয়াই দেবো, কেটের পাইব। আমি নিজে যদি কামটা করতে পারতাম তাহলে আপনার কাছে আসতাম না।
Good news. Sally's gonna make a full recovery. What about our cousin?
Kim's being flown back from the Far East tomorrow.
We have the names and places of all the girls who were sold into white slavery.
Has everyone involved promised their cooperation?
Yeah, all except one group.
Who's that?
The girls in Vegas. They're having so much fun they don't want to come back. See, you don't have to wear clothes in Vegas, and they take your money. They don't take it, but they say put the money into this box, and you put it in, and you don't get it back, and they love it.
তোরে সেদিন আমি লাভ খাই আর মজা পাই না, এটা হান্তটা।
না, ভায়োলেন্স করা দেবো না। ভায়োলেন্স আমি একদম পছন্দ করি না। ভায়োলেন্স একদম পছন্দ করি না বলেই তা কাম করি, এক কোপে করি।
Get out of my way, you socks! Get to life!
দাদু নমস্কার।
দাদু আপনি যাই কিনলে
ওরা আমার আনসুস দিল লেগে, আমি তো এত চাই না।
দাদু
উপায় তো দিয়ে পেয়ে যেতে গো।
Now you twit!
দাদু দাসরান আমার
খেলতে না তো বারো একটু তেল বার হয়ে গেছে, গায়ে হাওয়া তাস লাগে ঘুরে বেড়াস। হ্যাঁ
এরা ফোন দেয় তোর বাইরে ফোন দেয় আনসার হইলে এই তো শিগগির লাগবো আনসার আরে ফোন দিয়ে কি করবেন আরে ফোন দিয়ে কি লাগবে ভাই নেবা কি করবেন আপনি হ্যাঁ আরে এই মহিলা গিরিং ছাড়া কিছু বুঝে
তোরে সেদিন আমি লাথায়া মজা পাই না রে হারামজাদা
না না ভায়োলেন্স করা দেবো না ভায়োলেন্স আমি একদম পছন্দ করি না ভায়োলেন্স একদম পছন্দ করি না বলেই তা কাম করি এক টোপে করি দেশি দাও দিয়া আমার বেশি কিছু লাগে না বাইরে
Now you're stopping. Why are you stopping, you? Fool! You! Imbecile! You!
আবার হয়ে গেছে দেখ হ্যাঁ ক ভাই
Why are you
ভাইজান আপনি কি আনসার রে মাগুর মাছের পুকুরে ফেলা দিচ্ছেন না
to get out of my life?
হ্যালো
আমার কি বলদ মনে হয় হ্যাঁ বদল লাগে দেখতে আমাকে তুই বলতেছো যে আনসার যেন না দেয় সেটাকে আমি বুঝতে পারতেছি না
হ্যালো
হ্যালো দিলু
ও শিউলি
আমি জানি আনসার বাইসে আছে
আর কোলা হারামজাদার বাচ্চারা সারা দিন ধরে মাগুর মাছ কিচ্ছু খাওয়াই নাই শিলা মাছের ব্যাপারে আরাম করে খাই গেছে বুঝে গেছে
দিলু তোর এই ভাইটা কিন্তু এখন আমার হাতে আমি ঠিক করছি আমি এরে মাটির ভিতরে পুঁতা শুধু মাথাটা বাইর করে রাখবো আর আশেপাশে সব দিকে সাপ সাইডা দিব
আচ্ছা
আমি আমার মনের স্বাদ আনসারে আমি নিজ হাতে মাইরা আমি আমার মনের স্বাদ মিটাবো বুঝতে পারছিস হারামির বাচ্চা
গেলো ভালো আছস আমারে চিনছস আমারে চিনে না এমন কোন মাইকালাল পৃথিবীতে জন্মায় নাই যদি চিনা থাকস বলদামি করিস না কিন্তু দাদা তুমি কই বেরিয়েছো আমি তো বাইরে হইছি তোরা আমারে উদাহুদি মাঠে নামাইছস আমি তো মাঠে নামতে চাই না রে ও তোরা দুই ভাই কিন্তু বলদ আছো ভাই তুমি কইতেছো কোনো কথা নাই এক করে পাঠাই দিতেছি এই তো বুঝা গেছস গা যত তাড়াতাড়ি আনসারে পাঠাবি তত তাড়াতাড়ি তোর বাইরে ছেড়ে দেবো ঠিক আছে
This whole rock scene makes me puke. You know what's responsible for the moral degeneration of our American youth? Rock. Crime in the streets. Rock. You look under any rock, you know what you find? Rock. Let's go find this Fakuna character. Maybe I can catch him with some incriminating evidence and blow him away.
কি যে জিনিস আসলো কি যে তার কবিতা রে আজ বিরাট বাইরে হয়ে যেত গা তার কবিতাটা শুনলে তার কবিতাগুলো শুনলে মন নরম হয়ে যায় জটিল আসলে জটিল জানোস আমার মন চাইতেছে তোর একটু চুমা দি
change your name. There's already a group called the police.
আপনার মন চাইছে আপনার দেন না দাদু দেন না
We're here to see Mr. Vacuna.
You can't. He's in
কবিতার
mourning.
ভিতরে কিট হইও না তা ভালো লাগে না শিউলি
Well, he's going to be in mourning for himself if he doesn't see us.
Boy, you are the police. Second floor.
আপা আমার আমি তো ছোট আপা আমারে মাফ করে
তোরে তো সাইরা দিব তোরে রেখে আবার লাভ কি কত তোরে দিয়ে আমার কাম কি হ্যাঁ আনসার রে পামো তোরে সাইরা দিব
is going on?
আপা বে ফাইল
Tell me, pal. I thought you were in mourning.
Well, I am. She's comforting me in my hour of need. Well, who are you two?
We're detectives. We're here to ask you questions about Rock Vulture's murder.
Gina, shut up. Now just go over in the corner and look gorgeous. All right.
এই শালি এই দাদু
What do you want to know about Rack?
না দাদু
Like, who would want to kill him?
For starters.
এই শালি
Yeah, well, anyone would want to kill Rack. He was an
তোর কত
animal,
বড় সাহস
plain
তুই
and
আমার
simple.
তুই
Now,
আমি
you
মিলে
know he
রাত্রি
wants to
সস
punch Mother Teresa right in the mouth? That's
তোর
terrible.
একটা রাত্রিতে তো আরাম পাস
Nothing
নাই
compared
আমারে
with this.
আউডা
I'm throwing a quiet little dinner party over the house. Now, Rack comes over, uninvited, of course. He beats up Happy, yes? He insults my wife and kids. He kills the dog, skins the cat, and ruins my entire art collection.
What did you do?
I
ও শিউলি
knock it off.
মনটা চাইতাছে
All right, I'm tired of your fond reminiscences, pal. That satanic noise you pawn off as music feeds on the minds of our young people, causing them to grow their hair long and smoke funny cigarettes and then cut school and stay home all day watching that NBC.
MTV.
Don't
সারা
confuse
পৃথিবী মনে রাখ
Now I want some answers.
আর দাদু
Answers, music man.
Hey,
দাদু
man, unhand
তোমার
me.
ভালোবাসি
I'm practically a saint
তুই
in
আমার
this
বাপের অনেক
business.
উপকার
Now
করছিস
listen, I hate this
তুমি
noise
শালির
too,
কথা হয়
but I'm a businessman. Look, I
শালির
have
কথা
to make
নাইছো
a
না দাদু
buck.
You know, I've been on this case
Last
for 2
আস্তে যে
hours
পড়বা
and already I feel grimy.
Yeah, well, I've been
আমি
in the
চাইতাছি
business for 12 years.
আমি
Now
চাইতাছি
listen, I've told you everything I
যদি
know.
রাগাও
Now if you want to
আমি
hear
ভুলে
anything
যাব
else,
তুমি
you
কে
go talk to the boys in the band because they're downstairs rehearsing.
Okay, thanks. Let's go, Sledge.
All right, here's my card in case you think of anything else.
Shirley's Hammeroid. 50% off with the card.
I forgot. I don't have cards.
Gina, sweetie, if you're going to dance, turn on the music.
I find you very attractive. Good, they're just tuning up.
We're not tuning up, you buffoon. That was our new single. Rusty, make yourself useful and get me some more coffee.
Right away, mate.
And put a live snake in it.
One with a cobra.
Yeah, get me 1, 2 more coffee on the double.
All right, I'm Inspector Sledge Hammer. This is my partner, Dory DeRoe.
We're here to investigate Rack Vulture's murder.
Well, first of all, Miss, would you like to strip search me?
Yeah, me too. You know, you've got great legs for a chick cop. Trust me, I'd love to do time with you, baby.
See, it's gonna be like this. You wanna handle this?
All right, Vermin. Just because my partner is attractive and has great legs, it's no reason to hassle her. You got it?
Thanks, Sledge. That helped a lot.
I'm a gentleman, DeRoe. Always. First and foremost. Now listen up, you dirty, filthy, foul-mouthed scum.
Hey, you ever thought about writing lyrics?
Yeah, how's this? I'm tired of your degenerate fun. So you better tell me what you've done, or I'll blow you away with my gun.
Yeah, that was pretty good, all right.
Coffee. Time?
Oh, thank you, Rusty. And now shine me boots.
Cool. Your boots, man. I've already shined them.
Not the insides.
That's terrible. Why do you treat him like that?
Because they're rock musicians, DeRoe. They eat their young. Now talk!
Okay. So what do you want to know about that snake vulture?
You didn't like him.
We hated it.
Yeah, we hated the guy.
He was a glory hog. One time he deliberately gave us the wrong directions to the concert hall, just so he could perform alone.
Yeah, and don't forget about the time he went on Nightline and told Ted Koppel that we sold illegal arms to Iran.
That's right.
Yeah, he treated us like fools.
Well, you are fools.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that type of behavior. Zippy, do a sound check.
Sound check. Right, Rocket.
That sounded great.
Where were you the night of Rack's murder?
Oh, wait a minute. You don't think that we could kill anybody, do you?
Yeah. Now, why'd you do it?
We didn't do it. But maybe his mom did, because she hated him too.
Right, if you're not going to bust us, Constable, get out. We've got to rehearse. We're going out on a memorial tour for Rack.
We've even written a song in his memory. In fact, we'll play it for you.
Maybe they have a little compassion after all.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
The pig is dead, yeah! Someone kill Rack! The pig is dead, yeah! They should have shot him in the back! Rack, rack, rack! Back, back, back! Rack, rack, rack! Back, back, back!
Now that's entertainment.
Excuse me. As part of the procedure before you leave, I'd like to show you the string bikini I'm wearing.
Why would I want to see that?
I don't know. No one's ever asked me that before.
Hammer, whatever it is, the answer is no.
I haven't asked you anything yet.
Well, you were going to. All right. What is it?
You'll just say no.
Hammer, what do you want?
DeRoe wants me to ask you to try to get 3 warrants so I can arrest the rest of that slime-sucking rock band.
Hammer, I don't believe my ears. You Sledge, warrants are for wimps. Want to arrest someone with the proper police procedure?
What is a warrant?
A warrant is permission to make an arrest.
Permission? These sleazoids are just about to leave on an escape from jurisdiction tour.
When? How soon?
Sledge, their plane just took off.
Well, soon.
The 3 remaining members of the heavy metal band, The Plague, are off on their 16-city fatality tour in memory of their murdered lead singer, Rack Vulture. We now cut live to the scene of their departure.
Remind me never to use their travel agent.
Oh my, this is terrible. It appears that their plane has crashed. Gory details at 11.
Well, you can forget the warrants. Well, we're gonna need warrants. We need writ of habeas corpus.
Shut up, baby.
Something. These people have been hurt.
This must be a very devastating day for you. My deepest condolences.
Yeah, it was my bloody plane. Oh, you're referring to the loss of human life, yeah. That hurts too, I guess. Mind you, they were only technically human.
What are you crying for, pal? They treated you like trash.
I know. It was the best job I ever had.
Why weren't you on the plane?
Oh, they made me hitch. Hike.
Have you got any idea what happened to the plane?
Yeah. The plane crashed. That's the long and the short of it.
I don't think we're going to know what happened to the plane until we see the black box with the flight recorder in it.
Isn't that it right there?
Oh, is that what this is? I was strictly keeping it as a memento of my employer, sir.
Give me that. Come on, Duro. Let's take this back to the precinct before the FAA gets their PAWSs on it.
You know, Sledge, I don't think we should because the FAA is very sticky about this kind of stuff.
It always gets there after you do. Harder to get open than Al Capone's vault.
Sledge, I think there's a proper way to open it.
I think you're right.
How many times I told you not to shoot that damn thing in my office?
Including this time?
Yes!
A lot. Too many to count.
This is what I meant.
Anybody could have done that.
All right, let's turn the darn thing on.
You won't be laughing in a few minutes.
Sledge, have a little reverence. They were human beings.
No, they weren't. They were rock stars.
And I'd like to make hot monkey love to that sexy little Bobby, Detective Duro.
May they rot in hell.
Wait, what the hell's going on here? The bloody pilot just jumped out of the blooming plane.
I'm too young to die. I haven't even been to Europe.
You're from Europe, you pinhead.
I'm so scared I forgot. Ah!
Well, what do you think?
It was better than their last album. And it wasn't an accident. It was murder.
Oh, man.
Go on. Come on, sweetheart, get in here. Hey, wait a minute. I don't remember inviting you two in here.
That's all right. I don't stand on ceremony.
Who was the pilot of that plane?
No, I think they got some new guy. Why?
Because he deliberately jumped out of the plane and let it crash. Now, doesn't that strike you as a little odd?
Now look, if you were riding in a small plane with those three maniacs, wouldn't you jump too?
got a point there to roll.
Your lack of remorse is detestable, Mr. Vicuna. Is it because record sales increased dramatically after an artist's death?
On the first account, detective. They were not artists. And on the second account, their fans are so wigged out they don't even know they're dead.
Oh, come on. I know you're going to cash in on those record royalties now that those bozos are extinct.
Now listen, I don't like where this is going. Now all their royalties from their records go to their next of kin. That is, of course, if anybody admits to being their next of kin.
Can you prove that?
Yeah. Look, I'm a businessman. I have initialed contracts. Now, stop this car. Now, get out. Now, I have an important meeting back at the office with the next rat vulture.
Pardon me, miss, but will you marry me?
Get out! And here, so there's no hard feelings.
Well, just what I expected from a sleazebag like that.
What, did we get nothing out of him?
No, they didn't give us compact discs. Well, let's see what we got going here. Born Fried. Look at this. Stranglers in the Night.
Hey, keep it down up there!
Hey, do you mind, people? I'm just spinning a few records, huh?
Well, cool it!
Inconsiderate. Well, if we can't shoot him, may as well listen to one, huh? Stuff on there. I've heard better noises when Mayjoy had indigestion. Maybe it sounds better backwards.
I've been cheated.
What is this?
These are my songs. You'll pay for it. All of you will pay.
All right, amigo. Let's go find out which Looney Tune wrote these Looney Tunes.
What do you expect to find?
Some cold, hard facts. And a cold, hard body. Vicuna's dead. Boy, there are a lot of backstabbers in the record business.
Whoever wrote those songs killed Vicuna. I'm gonna check those files. See, those royalties are really going to. They're not in here. Any on the desk?
No, I don't see any. Wait. Oh, here it is.
Take a look at it.
You won't let go. It's a contract. Managers, huh? Come on. Let's try this.
Sledge, don't do that.
Hey, just because he's dead doesn't mean I can't have a little fun with him.
He's dead.
I know. I just...
Just read it.
All right. Party first part of the party's second part is the fiduciary responsibilities. In case of death, all money shall be awarded to Russell Canterbury, a.k.a. Rusty Vulture.
Rusty. That roadie's name is Rusty. He's Rack's brother.
You may be onto something, Durrup. Let's go find that heavy metal mental case.
Excuse us, miss.
Have you seen Rusty around lately?
Maybe.
Well, maybe this'll improve your memory.
No, it doesn't. But thank you.
Sledge, look.
Come on. Sounds like you're a little rusty. Rusty.
I haven't been playing much. I've been very busy, mate.
Yeah.
Guess murder's a full-time job.
Murder? I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am.
Your own brother ripped you off. He stole your songs, he got rich and famous, and he met girls. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, I admit it. I admit that I wrote the songs that put my brother on top of the charts, but then the boys in the band Jerry Vicuna, they promised me a bright future. But, they wanted to rip me off as well.
So you killed them too?
Please, mate, let me give my own confession. Now, posing as the pilot was easy to do. I just brought the plane up to a high altitude.
And then you got a parachute and jumped out of the door.
I left those jerks screaming and hugging the floor, and now they're dead, you see.
You killed all three.
And now with Jerry Vicuna, I had to get creative.
So you stabbed him in the back.
Oh, I left feeling elated.
Now you've got a record. 5 counts of murder, 1.
I don't think the 2 more counts should bother anyone.
That might have been his first hit. You just fired the shot heard around the world.
Who are you talking to?
No, not nobody. No, that was just, I don't know, looking over here.
Hammer, once again, I have orders to reprimand you.
Oh, come on. I couldn't have gotten in trouble. My gun's been in the shop for a week. I just got it out. You want to hear it? Sounds like new.
Put that thing away.
You can do impressions.
Put it away!
You can do a 38, a 45, and a 22, but it doesn't like doing a 22 because that's just a little pop.
Put it away!
Look at this. Rusty Vulture cut a record from prison.
Let me see that. Well, I must have been the inspiration for this song.
Why is that?
It's #1 with a bullet.